Wow.
We know how it is.
Oh, Bakawar is on strike now.
Alright, recap
What's
time.
on strike?
The factory where we used to work.
Oh shit. Rip.
She said it like we were slaves there. Well, we were, but
Yeah.
the point.
And Grow is triggered.
But they don't want to give them the minimum wage, that's why they're on strike.
Yikes.
It's a news. But anyway,
Recap. Alright, so last time you found your guys, where are we? Oh, there we are. Yeah, you found yourselves lost and stumbling across a large dark metal tower, and then you were kind of on the fence about checking it out, but your curiosity got the better of you, so you decided to go see what was happening inside this 3-story tall building. You found a pile of bones with a note lying next to it. Kriv decided to sit this one out as you guys went in and checked it out, but it wasn't long during your further exploration that you were attacked after finding a key on the middle of the floor and picking it up. A couple of iron gargoyles struck and put you in a bit of a dangerous spot as you guys were a bit split up, and one of them went straight for Kriv as they were the only one in sight at the time, and the other ones, the other half of the party took on the remaining gargoyle on the roof of this tower. Yeah, they were hitting you with flame breaths and downing a couple of you guys, but you managed to take them out. And one of them fell off the cliff edge. However, the other, from its fiery innards, dropped a refined large diamond before dissipating. You guys then moved away from this place and rested a bit of ways, and pressed onward to Blingdenstone in the morning. So as you were doing so, it wasn't long before you found signs of civilization, an old cobbled-like road, and it wasn't long before you eventually, following this road, stumbled across some noises and people up ahead. These deep gnomes, some guards, and you met a Yantha Coxrock, who recognized Bosner from a previous encounter. Let's just say, I guess. Yeah, she didn't recognize the rest of you, however, as the players' characters have either died or there's new people. But she recognized Bosner, and she basically told you guys, oh, she was the leader of the Stoneheart Enclave, and they're currently raising earth elementals in this quarry to help rebuild Inner Blingdenstone. She pointed you to the right directions and sent you on your way. After some back and forth, you reached the front of the settlement. You were greeted with a large set of stairs leading upward to a hall guarded by many deep gnomes, about between 8 and 10. You were then questioned on your intentions, and they seemed to take interest at your mentioning of the demon lords, and on closer inspection revealed their trepidations about letting a drow elf into the city. As a result, you were assigned a guard, Kremet. He was a bit of a weird dude, but
he's not just a guard.
he showed you through. His job was to look after you and take you to the Daggermatox eventually. But you know, he's a chill guy. He's in no rush, so he took you to the market first. So afterwards, he took you through the many defences of the Deep Gnomes, which they have in place before reaching Inner Blingdenstone. You were also asking him questions about the city, and for him to take you to the Foaming Mug, which he agreed to. And on the way through the market, he treated you to some of their foods and stuff before chaos fell over the market. Guards and civilians alike ran as dark blobs of large ooze started to seep into the cavern through these cracks, where this debris pile was blocking a tunnel exit. And they attacked. Kremet was instantly engulfed, and you guys entered into a battle and freed him at the start of the fight, and bested the ooze with a mass banishment after realizing magic damage seemed to either not affect them or restore some of their vitality. So definitely strange oozes you've never come across before. You then made your way back to the reception hall and past the barracks, where now upon the marketplace being safe, the locals seem to some of them seem to appreciate it. A lot of them still giving you funny looks as outsiders, and Kremet took you onwards towards the inn known as the Foaming Mug. One sec. Alright, so let's see where we are. So
Hey.
Hey,
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
are we all dead yet?
So lucky
Time.
nah, you're good. Just finished.
You already missed 2 encounters.
Yeah. So Kremet begins to you really just jumped in as the recap finished. We're waiting on Andrew for a bit too.
Right, I've still not actually eaten yet. I've got food in front of me, so I'm going to mute this and then
That's fine.
chow down.
So Kremet begins to take you eastward, sort of southeast, through the city and beyond this reception area where you can see hanging above, where you've now gathered a fair amount of attention, are what look like the barracks, where you see a lot of guards resting in various caverns carved above into the side of the area. Again, in this area there is also a closed off, a very large stone gate, and there does seem to be a couple guards posted up outside of it, and then just adjacent to it is another tunnel which is being closed off due to debris, and that's to the west. But you guys are heading in the opposite direction. So Kremet takes you down, and what's 6? Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, Kremet takes you down, and fuck, now I need to get the voice right again. He says, I am Kremet. I will take you to the Foaming Mug. And he starts walking along, kind of like his head bobs side to side, and he has a little bit of a waddle to him. And he takes you down, and you get a glimpse off to your left of another adjacent cavern. As you're going through these tunnels, a couple of the larger people have to duck down. It's fairly easy for Bosner to make it through here. However, yeah, as I was saying, off to your left as you're travelling sort of southward and following Kremet, you notice you pass an area where there appears to be some rebuilding. You see people in robes, well, little deep gnomes in robes off to the side. Oh, I should probably... Did I mention like the general features? All these caverns, by the way, they're all brightly lit by a mixture of fungi, and it looks like the deep gnomes also use fire beetles as like almost like people capturing fireflies in jars. These fire beetles are kind of trapped in these containers and dangling all over the place, and they keep these caverns nicely lit, and not like how the Drows live or the Duergar, where it's just like dim light and faint glowing from various sources. You can see it's mostly like most of these caverns look natural. They don't look very geometric in terms of like the way they're carved out. It just looks like, apart from the various abodes they make out of the cavern walls and like postings and things like that, they basically just the way it is the way it is, and they just set up everything, at least when this place was first settled. And obviously at this point you can see every so often as you're travelling a couple of these robed figures, just like the ones you're about to see, walking around with these earth elementals in tow, and they're clearing various rubble and they're rebuilding not like statues, but structures. It's hard to say what they really are. And one of them, which again you do see, is a bunch of these robed figures working on this. There's a group. There's about, as you walk by, off to the side, there's about three earth elementals and a group of 5 or 6 of these robed figures who are wearing robes akin to Yantha, similar to hers. Um, but they look like they're in the process of rebuilding a large rectangular structure. Uh, Maybe some kind of temple. It's hard to say. But anyways, as you pass by that and you walk towards the residential area with Kremet, um, you see. Yeah, so you see coming down through this next area, off to your right as you pass by, there looks to be these branching smaller caves. Again, like hovels and stuff in the walls. A bunch of them though, all over the right side of this wall as you walk by, and you see there's one area which looks very desolate. Like there's not much going on. It's a bit darker, but sort of most of the area is dimly lit, and you can see there's people settled in, and you can see various people walking back and forth, forming from sort of the trading area and stuff. And yeah, so you pass by this, and Kremet just tells you he's walking through with you as your tour guide, and he says, "This is the residential caves. This is where all our citizens stay." And
Oh,
yeah.
oh, dank, Kermit.
And yeah, he's just like he's like, next on the tour is we can walk past the hall of Daggermatok, and he walks down and he takes you by. You see, basically, as you walk now more eastward, sort of taking you in a loop, you walk by another open area, not as large as most of the areas you've been through, which are very huge considering the types of people who stay here. You can tell the place used to be more populated, uh, but there is like this sense of crampedness, or like almost people making do and things like that. And anyway, you start walking past what looks like a little Stonehenge. Uh, all of you just make perception checks.
It's not stone. Yikes.
I have advantage.
I am blind.
Uh, yep. So, Ipkiss and Adara, you guys walk past and you're like, oh, it's like a mini Stonehenge. It's it's like yeah, it's a little circle of rocks, and you're like, what the fuck? But Adara and Ipkiss, you notice that they are creatures, and probably ones that at least Adara has seen before, known as Galebdur, and they're like these little rock golem type creatures, and they look like statues essentially, and you can see there is some sort of like priesthood there, different to the one you saw before at the temple rebuilding. Uh, these guys wear like grey stone coloured robes and almost completely blend in with their surroundings, and they have hoods and stuff as well. And one of them definitely looks like the leader, and they seem to be in worship just now. All of them like praying around it, not doing anything like rebuilding or anything like that. This looks almost like an untouched area, essentially, compared to the rest of like the areas you've seen which have been like in the process of being reclaimed and rebuilt. And bleep bloop. Where do we go next? Oh yeah, I guess Kremet would say something. He'd be like, "This is the speaking stones. I do not know the point of this." Oh, whoa.
Hello?
Oh,
Discord just
okay.
shit his pants, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, should have still shitting.
Yikes.
I think that you live.
Are we alive?
What the fuck is happening?
Discord absolutely shit itself.
When Discord dies. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I just got like a big fucking disconnect, reconnect sound like 8 times.
Yeah, it happened to me as well.
Welcome to the remix.
Shit, where was it? Oh wait, is Jedi not here still?
Yeah, Jed's still having problems, I think.
Oof.
Mac
What we're saying
users.
is, it's our fault. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yep.
Fucking
People who's
Mac
not
Here's the
reconnected.
problem.
Yeah, there's a problem.
Italian voodoo. Oh. Is she back?
Pog? Question mark?
Back.
No?
Nope.
Oh,
Right.
there she
right.
is.
Oh,
Hey.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, as you
I heard screeching noises.
yeah, everyone's Discord just got wrecked. Alright, so yeah, I don't know how much you got, so I'll just repeat it. As you walk by this area, Kremet will say, "This is the speaking stones. They worship them. I don't know what their purpose is though." And then he kind of just stands there looking at them, kind of hunched over for a second, and then like picks his nose, and then he goes, "Anyways, follow me." And as you follow, he eventually takes you down and past a large building nearby, heading further to the east and south. Let's see here. Yeah, so as you continue onwards and follow him, eventually off to the side you see this large sort of platform, almost like a really big dais, and these stairs leading upwards for a long while, and then there's like a rectangular building on top. I mean, it's made of stone. It's hard to. Obviously, it stands out compared to what you've seen before, as most residents stay inside of holes and shit. But something about it is different, and Kremet will tell you. He says, "And this is the Daggermatok Hall. This is where you'll find the Daggermatoks after you go to the inn. I will need to be taking you there now, but I'll take you to the inn first since you asked nicely."
yay.
What accent is that meant to be?
Just Kremet did.
That's
I
2
am
chromosomes and a
Kremet.
half.
I am cream.
Little Kremet.
There's a hint of like Finnish in there.
Yeah, it's like Scandinavian retard.
Scandinavian,
Whoa, what are you saying about Scandinavians, bruh?
I know it's
They-
Scandinavian and
they-
retard,
Mm.
not Scandinavian retard.
retard.
So
Sure,
yeah,
nice save.
he says, "Next stop is the inn. Follow me." And as you follow him, he takes you through more of these residential type areas leading up to this inn area, and a lot of these hovels and stuff. And eventually, when he takes you there, going through all these various tunnels and small caverns, you reach another cavern, an open area. However, one of them appears to have a rudimentary wooden sign above one of the cavern holes, and a picture of a mug overflowing with foam. And he says, "This is the foaming mug." And he says, "We haven't been receiving many foreign guests, so I don't think it will be too busy. But they have normal sized beds and such for outsiders."
Thank you.
That's a fucking relief.
And he walks you guys in the inn. And what you see is bo, 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 bo.
battle map.
Aye, a battle map. As you come in, the first thing you notice is there is a door. It's like one of those cowboy swinging doors, and you walk through and they swing behind you, the doo 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 doo, and then you just see fucking emptiness. It's just like it's got wooden flooring, which is a nice change of pace from like the sort of smooth stone you'd be walking on up till now. You do see there is a bar off in the literally straight ahead of you, and then off to your left of the bar is a doorway. There does appear to be someone behind the bar, another deep gnome fellow, who is wearing like one of those Russian woolly hats, and is like leaning on their hand with their chin and jaw and flicking through some kind of book. And then, yeah, like it says, there's like a dark. You do see. Make perception checks, all of you.
Oh boy, I should love it. My eyes stopped working.
Shit. What did I miss? I was mute.
Did mine roll?
You're
Oh,
making an eyeball
roll.
check.
Yeah.
Eyeball. Eyeball.
Okay. Isha and Adhara, you notice. Actually, not even Isha. Adhara, you notice. In one of the dark corners of the inn, there is a medium-sized humanoid figure sat in the shadows. But apart from that, this place is fucking desolate, and the rest of you aren't really paying any mind enough to notice this figure, apart from her. And as you begin walking forward, the bored deep gnome's eyes flicker up to you all, and he has like this sort of, now you see at this point as he looks up, he's got this like white twirled up mustache on his face, which hair on deep gnomes is, from what you've seen, is not very common. But he looks up at you, and he's like, "Oh my fuck." He says, come right in. And he's like, "Oh, please take a seat." And you can see his spirits have lifted just at this mere sight of you. And he's like, he runs around the bar, comes over, and he's like ushering you over to his best table. It's like, come in, take a seat. First drinks on the house.
So there's a
Arr.
bartender and a shadow in the corner.
Yeah, the place is dead apart from this innkeeper who's now ushering you to like a table and a bunch of seats in the middle of the place near the bar, and then there's off to one of the dark corners that figure that only you notice.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that one.
Sure. From your roll, since it was a good roll, since you got over 25, I'll say you notice that they're reading some kind of book as well. And
Breathing intensifies.
and you guys are sat down. Well, do you guys sit down?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
he takes you all, and
says-
he's really accommodating, and he's like, "Oh, first drinks on the house. What do you all want?" never mind, I'll give you my best ale. And he runs over and he's all excited with himself. And he starts pouring the mugs. And you guys are kind of like taken aback, like, what? What's the catch? So,
I guess business is slow.
yeah, he runs back and he hands you all mugs and stuff. And he says, So, it's been so long since I've seen adventurers. That's what you are, right?
Yeah, you could call us that. Yeah.
You see Kriv, his chest sticks out of the eyes like, yes, I am. Shut up, kid.
I think Crib's more like, it just scratched his head,
Okay.
like, maybe not, maybe I'm not an adventurer. But yeah,
Pride batter.
he's like, oh, you'll have to tell me your best stories. What we have to eat. And then he lists off, he's got like various like fungi, he's got rothy meats, he's got like, basically like underdark potatoes, stuff like that. And he's just like, it's very accommodating if you all want some food and drink.
I would like some food and drink.
I would also like some food and drink.
I would also like some food and drink.
So
Can I have some milk?
he works on it.
I look at the cup they just poured and I try to understand what the fuck that is.
There's just a mug set in front of you in this this dark wood-like mug, and kind of reminds you of Muggy, who was cut in half. And you look at it, and yeah, there's this like brownish, yellowish liquid in it, and there is foam.
Mm.
I quaff.
Okay.
Who's sitting next to me?
What?
Never quaffed an ale.
That's up to you
I
guys.
don't know what the fuck quaff means.
It can mean several things.
Yeah, I know. But quaffing an ale is like just drinking it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's you. I mean, if you want to speak to someone who's next to you, that's up to you guys. I'm not gonna fucking micromanage where everyone sits.
I say,
What is this?
I raise my mug and I'm like, to Kermit, the hero of Blingdenstone.
And Krem's like, jeez, guys, I don't have an ale.
And I give it mine, I'm like, here you go.
Oh, thanking you. And then he's about to drink, he's like, wait a minute, I don't think I can drink when I'm on duty. Oops.
Good point.
You can.
And then starts drinking it.
I like tapping that with the back. I'm like, I need another drink.
I'll give him mine.
I got generous. You've already thought ahead. And like Garv just like chugs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep drinking as well.
Did I get my milk?
Nope.
I glare at Isha. Fuck your milk.
When you can ask when he comes back with your food, which he does at this point, funnily enough. He comes back and sets you all up with a nice rothy steak, which is basically like cow.
A milk steak?
And
Can we have 2 glass of milk, please?
he looks at you. He looks at
I'm
you
like,
and squints, and he says, "What kind of adventurers drink milk? What's that?"
man.
with weak bones.
Can I have some milk steak as well with side of jelly beans?
He says, "What the fuck's a jelly bean?"
Never mind. Uncultured swine.
Anyways, he says, "Milk. I might have some raw milk from the drow. I can have a look." And he goes to the back of the bar, and you hear him you hear clanking of like bottles and stuff. And he comes back with this grey liquid and puts it in front of you in a mug, and he's like, "There's your milk." And then,
Thank you.
I'll look at Isha.
and then he pulls up a stool and sits he squeezes his way in between like Garv and Epkiss, and he's like, and puts his elbows on the table, and he's like watching you all eat, and he's like, "So, tell me then, What are you lot doing here? Must be adventure related.
We're trying to quell the demon uprising.
I knew it! I fucking knew it! You guys look impressive, I could tell. And then,
Yeah. We just got rid of 4 slimes in the courtyard over here.
oh, nice. Ah, we've had a bit of an issue with that. That's the lot up in the sort of north part of the settlement. We don't go there now, do we?
This
Jordan.
brave young fella done his bit.
And
To Kermit!
he looks up and he's like,
To
cram it!
Crem it, aye.
He looks at you like, ah, good joke.
Ah,
my
my
joke.
I look up, it is no joke. He fought the bravest of all your guards.
Sure, brave. I guess make a
He's in-
persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Oh.
Oh!
Damn.
Oh.
He's like, well,
My fucking peg's just like
he says,
intimidating.
coming from you, and then he's like squinting at you, and then he's looking at Kremet, who's like behind, who's now like cleaning his ear with his pinky and like looking off in the distance, and he's like, nice one. He's like, Kremet, you're in with this lot now, and he's like, duh, sorry, what? I was miles away. And then
He
he
is
goes,
guarding us.
yeah, he goes back to just looking off in the distance.
The bravest man in this settlement is guarding us. We are so lucky.
He's
Soon, he will be an Avenger.
He's
We
like,
will avenge the fallen.
he says,
Yeah.
I'll have to set him up with one on the house then. And then he's like, so what kind of demon activities going on in Blingdenstone then? Have you found any, if that's what you're for? Definitely lots of strange going-ons, would explain a few things.
Yeah, the slimes have something to do with it. But we don't really know what.
Not to mention the ghost problem we've been having too. That could be demon related, right?
Ghost?
Nah, probably not.
Ah, go. You joke, funny small one. Ghosts
Jordan.
aren't real.
While the interaction is going on, I'm keeping an eye on the guy to see if he's got any reaction or if he's listening to our conversation.
Sure. Just make another perception check then. Or, I guess, insight. Fuck it.
What?
Is it
Insight.
charisma?
Nah, insight's wisdom. Okay. You can tell the character the way that their posture is and such, and since you've come in, they haven't moved a whole lot. They're very sort of reserved, and you notice that they are paying attention and they are listening. They're kind of passively flicking through their book now at this point. Every so often they'll turn a page, but their head is, for the most part, faced towards your direction. Looks kind of like a thin figure, sort of medium height, maybe about 5'10". Hard to tell when they're sat down, but yep.
Okay. I whisper to Abkis in Inferno that there's someone in the corner listening.
I kind of look over to the corner and it's kind of not like
Don't be
obviously.
obvious!
And then you just
I
hear,
shift my eyes to the
Man.
corner.
then you just hear the thing keep saying, "What are you saying? It's rude to whisper, you can."
Oh no, she's just talking about how there's not many tieflings down here.
There's not many anything down here, just deep gnomes and deep gnomes and deep gnomes. Honestly,
according to
business has been so
dwarves.
slow.
Ghosts are
From
like
your reaction, I figured.
It's been a while. We don't get many outsiders. Probably because the
Oh, I-
guard are a bit rough on them.
Well, less rough than Craggle stuff for sure.
Sure, but the Duragar are,
Gone.
Are all dead.
what? He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's like, his eyes go wide. How? Come on. The whole city?
Yep.
Sort to break
Rubble.
into.
Basically rubble, you know.
I
The
mean,
dragon was released. I don't know if it got away.
he's like, how? Did you see it?
Yeah. Big demon. What's his name?
The Demogorgon.
Demogorgon came out of Dark Lake and just destroyed everything.
His eyes narrow and he twirls his little mustache and he's like, "You're winding me up." And a grin kind of crawls across his face. And he's
Yeah.
looking over all of your faces, who probably most of you at this point are kind of just like, you know.
No, I'm shaking my head.
He's like, "Fuck, really? We done a lot of business with that lot. Mind you, over in Mantle Dereth. Not directly, so there's no danger there of going into the city. That's a shame, they sold us good weapons and stuff."
Bunch of slavers. Bastards.
Yeah, and that's true. Not a kind lot. Exactly.
That's for sure.
Can I sell Mornum? Oh well.
And
What? You're talking about ghosts. That's funny. That's really funny. Ghosts
Sorry,
are
I'll just
good.
pick up that plot hook for the floor.
he says, nothing funny about the ghosts, my friend. They're causing a bit of an issue. And, scaring people away from their homes. A lot of refugees coming in these days now that we're trying to take back the city. So, yeah. And, he's like, many are saying it's the ancestors or those who were slain by the drow. And then he looks at you, Isha. He says, "But
Yeah,
you're
that's-
alright, right? They
he's
let
a
you
drow.
in."
He's also a pansy. Look, I'm drinking milk.
This milk is gorgeous.
He says,
Look at it.
Is he... How young is he? Is he a child or... Just a...
No,
Near
he's
300
very-
years old.
Very odd.
Mind of a child.
Right.
Not like your ordinary drow.
Definitely not like your ordinary drow.
And the spot on his head? What's the deal?
Yeah,
No,
that goes away when he
get him
falls asleep.
started. Don't get him started.
He's a bit weird.
It's not a spot.
It goes away when it goes asleep. I think it's something he's doing.
Right. No funny business in here from you. And
No
he's
funny
like,
business, yeah.
he's like, "Oh, how rude of me anyway. I was so excited about hearing about your adventures. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Tappy Foamstrap. And you're in the foaming
Okay.
mug. And, what's the name of your adventuring party? You have to have one. Go on.
Oh no.
I'm sure it's good."
It's amazing.
Just looking at Bosnia.
We don't have a name.
Guardians of the Underdark. Ah!
Shut up. We are the Avengers.
PD.
What?
He's like, "What's the PD stand for?"
Yeah, what does BD stand for?
I have no fucking clue.
It's an old surface dialect. It means that we keep the peace.
God.
Peace Department.
Oh God. I just choked on my tea, you bastard.
Make a dexterity save.
You're right, whistle PD.
Peace. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Can we just have that as our name now? Just Peace Department.
stop
Okay,
resisting. We're the peace department when you're murdering people.
Hey, peace can be spelled in two kinds of ways.
True. He's just like, right, you're a different type of lot, but definitely the most interesting types I've had in here for a while. So, if you need a place to stay, then you're in the right place.
We
Oh, glad to
certainly
hear.
need a place to stay. Yeah, we should still be here tonight. So yeah, we'll take a few rooms.
Sure thing. A room
How many
each?
rooms you got?
He says, I've got enough for each of you.
Ah, that'll do.
That'd be good, yeah.
Sure.
How much?
He says, for you, gold apiece.
Sure.
I'm like, just like dodge that. I'm like,
Gav, would you like to share?
oh, no, I'd like a room to myself. I'm married.
I mean to share the price, not to share the bed.
I can't really share the price because, I ain't got no gold.
Yeah,
I'll chip in
give it
for
all to me.
Don't worry.
I'll pay your damn gold.
Bless.
Bless. You can earn it back.
Hey, I was cutting into that slime before you sent it to a different plane. But I appreciate it. Thank you, Bosner.
No problem. Was that 7 golds? Yeah.
Yep, 1 gold each.
Right. We'll pay now. We'll probably be back tonight. And if we're not, keep the gold.
Oh,
What do you mean if you're not?
Like, if we have to, for instance, leave in a hurry. If, for instance, a very large demon attacks the city and we have to leave, as we did the last city.
whoa! We've got our fair share of issues here. I don't think we're on the brink of a demon invasion. That's a stretch. Come on. Sure, we've got the ghosts. Sure, we've got a magical cloud apparently attacking people. Sure, we've got the were-rats in the north. But no demons.
What the fuck
No, we
have we
didn't,
walked
Timothy.
into?
You can never be too careful.
Well,
I
we've
guess.
just started reclaiming this place, and there's residents that are not so welcome.
Yeah,
Let's just say.
fair enough. Yeah, we can't say the demons aren't going to come, but I'll tell you that there was a lot more smaller demons attacking around Gracklesla before the big one came. So
Grackle still had cult activity anyway with the Grey Ghosts.
yes, it did.
Oof.
So I've not heard anything around it from here. So
Any cult activity you've heard about? Anyone
Cults?
tried?
I mean, we've got religious folks. I'm not sure about cults. I mean, what's the difference really?
well, if they're not demon related,
You know gods exist, yeah?
I mean,
Like, it's provable.
he's like, I'm not really the religious type.
You don't have to be, but I suppose a cult is
I mean,
more
If
has
you,
like a definite aim.
he says, someone who might know anything about cult activity, maybe, old Gurnik Tapfinger. He's a head priest over at the Speaking Stones. They worship some rock gods or some shit. I don't know.
yeah, figured that.
What was the name?
Gurnik Tapfinger. He says they're a bit salty, that lot. They lost their temple when we lost this place, so yeah, maybe a bit sore about that. I
Keep
don't
the
know.
mask on, Isha.
Maybe that's a good idea. Even just in
Just tug your
general,
mouth,
friend.
Bill.
I mean, although I believe you in Kremit's bravery, I'm not sure he can defend you against the mobs.
Yeah.
Just keep your nose clean. You'll be fine.
I had no plan to do otherwise.
We'll be fine. You haven't heard of an alchemist around here, name of Kazook?
He just like sighs. And he's like, that's not why you're here, is it?
No, but maybe.
Oh my god. He's a shady fuck, that one.
Yeah.
He's he's after something in the area we lost, but honestly, most people try and avoid him because all he does is blow shit up and cause problems. Although he does have his uses, apparently he's a good botanist. He knows about his plants and
Does he know
fauna,
about his
fungi.
mushrooms? Fungi.
Well,
Good. That's what we need him for.
if anyone in these parts does, weird though to travel this way for a fungi expert.
It's important.
That's very important.
Sure. And he says, and by any chance, you wouldn't happen to know that bloke over there, would you? And he kind of like his head sort of tilts over to the direction of the shadowy figure in the corner, and you guys all stare at it at this point. Some of you maybe noticed like Adara's weird staring off in that direction too, but you see this figure too, and they look maybe fey or elvish, and like they have some fey blood. They look like they're maybe elvish. They appear to have light skin, like really pale skin, sort of pointed ears, long white hair.
Have they got a hood up and smoking a pipe by any chance?
No.
Alright, no, never mind then. Not Strider.
Strider.
It's not Aragorn.
He's not smoking a pipe. He's just flipping through a book. And as you all look at him, his head just slowly goes back down to his tome. And he's like, he's the only other fella I've had in weeks, months maybe.
What's his name?
Didn't ask, didn't give it. But it's gold scooped.
Why would you not ask the name of your patrons? Do you not have a ledger?
That's not really my business, is it? And if you
Well,
haven't,
it is your business. This is your business.
he says, if you haven't noticed, business has been slow, so there's really no need for something like a ledger.
Can I walk towards him and introduce myself?
Sure. You just straight start walking towards him.
Yeah.
His head remains down in his book as you approach the table. It's like there's 2 seats at the table. He's occupying one. It's a small table. His book
I'll sit
sits
in
on
the
it.
opposite one.
As you sit down, he shuts the book and then puts it into his cloak. Very.
Do I get a glimpse of what the book is?
No, he does. Make a perception check. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 28.
She has a banner. That's why she said yes.
You see, yeah, a crit was basically like the only, the only way you were gonna see this. You vaguely recognize it. No, you don't actually.
Okay.
You see it. It's dark red with black bindings. It has like kind of erratic patterns all over it. But he closes it and chucks it in before you see the contents. And his eyes.
Is there any name on the cover or
No, you didn't see anything like that.
symbols?
No, just erratic symbols. They didn't seem to make anything.
Okay. Then I'll smile and I'll introduce myself.
Yeah.
Let's see
in
if smile
Elvish.
His eyes like narrow as he looks at you. And he just says, what do you want?
I want to know why you're looking at us.
And then his eyes train back to your friends. He says, hard not to.
Why?
hope you're all just really like hard eyeballing that guy in the corner now.
You guys
Oh,
are just like over in the back, also staring over your shoulders and shit.
Yep.
I whisper to the boys. She
And
has a terrible smile. She's
he
not very good
Oh,
at it.
he says, "You're not exactly subtle."
and neither are you.
That's exactly what I am.
You're a bit creepy.
Do we hear this word for it, by the way, or is it kind of quieter?
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
everyone
are.
shut
You,
up.
you guys are kind of far away.
I'm talking in Elvish.
Ah, yeah, shit.
That helps.
Okay. Yeah, he is too.
Barriers.
I'm Ellie.
He says, "I'll ignore that for now. Tell you what, that dwarf of yours, send him over.
Yes? Why?
I would have words
Why?
for reasons that do not concern you."
Well, he's my friend. It does concern me.
2 days. We've known each other.
Shut up. He doesn't know that.
He says, "Very well. If you won't send him over, I'll speak to him at another time, when he's alone."
You're not very nice.
Like,
Welcome to
Oh,
the
shit.
Underdark.
I shout to Anana, I'm like,
Is he-
Anana, what are you doing?
Your milk's getting cold.
Your milk's getting warm. Will I drink it for you? It ain't a
Yeah,
single
drink
good
it, guys.
taste.
Drink it.
And my calcium makes a unit.
Yeah, I walk back to the table
Mhm.
and I tell Bosna the weird guy's asking to speak with you alone.
Alright then. I go speak to
Not
him.
just like that.
Aye,
Bosna
we'll
got a friend.
talk.
Oh, Bosner, before you go over, speak in common, loudly.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't think he's gonna speak Elven.
I grab my. Aye, you're right. I grab my ale. I go. I sit down next to him and say, "Oh, chum, how you doing?"
He says, "Bosner."
Oh, fuck. Hopefully. Is it Grim?
Doesn't look like him.
No.
He looks like a regular elf. And
Yes. Hello.
It's Frank.
he,
He's got a shirt on. He's got a shirt on.
he his appearance flickers and his face turns dark, and you can see underneath the illusion that's currently up, it is Grin, and you can see one of his eyes has been irreparably damaged and has a big scar over it. And he just flickers it for a moment so you recognize him, and then keeps the illusion up. He says, "I've
Do
been
I
waiting."
see that?
Jesus, perception check. He's purposely trying to be subtle here. Well, I'm gonna make a contested roll. Yep, you see it. You see, like, something flicker, magical, and he's obviously using illusion magic. He notices you all staring over your shoulders, and he looks back
I'll
at you,
wink at him.
and he looks at
You're
you,
facing that way.
Bosner. He's just like, "Perhaps you should go somewhere private."
This is pretty private. There's no one here, apart from the barman.
Apart from these strangers
Oh
staring
yeah, I
at
forgot.
us.
You've not met any of these ones, have you?
These ones. What do you mean by that?
Okay, yeah, the rest are dead.
I saw Oof from Grin.
He looks back at the new people and their dumb faces, and then he looks back
Me
at
holding
you.
milk.
Did Boston leave it in? No, you took your ale.
And he says,
Yeah, I took it.
I was wondering why Ironveer wasn't answering, nor was Angrod.
Yeah. Uh,
Didn't even try
Yeah.
Ahorn, just nah.
yeah, it's not been an easy road.
And who are these people then?
Well, the big guy's Garv. He's the newest, I suppose.
The fucking unit of the team.
And Atara as well. That's the tiefling.
Which one?
And
I'll wave.
the tiefling, the one with the horns.
Which one?
The one with the wings, come on!
Atara is the sister, I suppose she says. Yeah. Yeah, it's confusing. I don't know. She's a tiefling.
All I need to know, are they trustworthy?
They've been pretty good so far.
And how long is so far?
The elf and the other tiefling, quite a while. Garv and Atara,
8 days.
8 days. It's like, how many days is it? I don't know. About a week and a bit, so...
He says, you know, I've been waiting here for a week. Took you long enough.
We got lost. And then there was a tower.
Right.
Oh yeah, the lad there, that's my boy. He's Kriv.
Oh, so you
Rescued him
found...
from the Duergar.
He says, that couldn't have been easy. How'd you pull that off?
Really big demon
Was a
attack the
demon
city.
attack.
Helped.
Yikes.
I say attack the city. The last we saw of it, they were losing. The city was. We seen Ember Child flying around free, and we're pretty sure he got squished.
Who's the Ember Child?
He's the droid, the dragon that basically powered the forges of the Duergar.
Oh,
Big dragon,
got
pretty
it.
powerful.
He says, you can understand why I'm disguised.
Yeah.
I'd
You look
rather
like
not
shit,
drop
mate.
it. He says,
What happened to you?
well, apparently, one of your lot had ratted me out to Vizeran.
Which one?
He didn't tell me,
Out of here!
but I was subjected to torture
Oh,
and lost an eye. That was before we were attacked.
where were you attacked? In the city.
In the tower. Mirage. I have no idea how anyone could have found us there.
Oh, okay.
And then his eyes narrow and he says, you know, you and your old party were the only outsiders who came into Mirage and left alive. That wouldn't have anything to do with you, would it?
Not me personally. And if it was any of the rest of them, they're dead.
Make a persuasion check.
Who did we tell? Seriously, I don't remember. Or persuasion. This is gonna be shit.
Your paladin friend.
Ooh. Ooh.
He says, I suppose it doesn't matter much.
We have good news. Atara, bring the bag.
Mhm. I'll happily fly over.
Yeah, Gurnek's just like, whoa, what's your head? I should fly over.
So,
What do you
right.
need, Bosna?
Just making sure we've got all the ingredients. We have the Eye of the Beholder, the worm
I
egg.
have it in my bag.
I think so. Not sure it was all in
Was
your
it
bag.
not in the bag
Well, no,
of
it's in the bag of
preserving?
preserving, because Atara's got the bag of holding.
Ah,
Someone else has the bag of preserving. I'm pretty sure you do.
it ain't me.
Amy.
By illustrates me.
We lost it
I just
again.
said the bag. I didn't know. I didn't know which bag it was.
You're
The
just
bag
like,
of holding.
bring me
Okay.
the bag. And it's just like,
Not that bag.
Which one?
Atara comes over. Wrong bag.
The one with the
The
stuff
other
in it.
bag. They both have stuff in it. What do you mean?
The one with the important stuff that we need. This is just junk.
I don't know what stuff you need.
Oh shit.
The one with the beholder stuff in it and the egg.
Isha, that'd be you.
Oh,
Isha.
that's me.
Isha, do you have it?
I do. I do, brother.
he
Do you
says,
want me to come over?
at this point, I'll join you.
Ah, okay.
And he stands up and he says, before you guys go and join the rest of the party, he says, but I'll be on guard. It seems you haven't been with this party for a while. They could be spies for the demons. Did you ever consider that?
Is he near us now?
This is before they walk towards you
Oh.
guys.
Yeah.
Just be on your guard as well.
They've all killed quite a few demons.
Ah, but the demons serve different masters.
Okay.
Anyway. Oh, and then stops you again.
Yes.
And I still have it. I managed to leave it. And keep my life. And he flashes open his robe and you see a glimpse of the grimoire.
The grimoire.
He says,
So right.
I've been studying it. I've had a week here.
So we can cast a spell.
I think if I had all the ingredients and a sufficient place with a lot of phase risks, I could carry out the
what?
ritual.
A lot of what?
Phase risks.
Remind me what that is.
Out of this?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Phase risk is the thing, it's like a magical fungus in the Underdark which impedes certain magics like teleportations and stuff, but it
Oh, okay.
also can be used as a power source essentially.
Okay.
And generally, it's populated areas which settle down near Phaedrus for those properties, so they don't just get like invaded by a bunch of people teleporting, and they can use it as a source of power. So tend to be those kind of areas that are around Phaedrus.
Sure. And what other ingredients do we need? We have the Eye of the Beholder, the purple worm egg. We're about to get the 10 masks. Is that it? Something else I'm missing. I keep feeling like I'm missing one of these things. I'm pretty sure I wrote them all down. That was it.
He says,
Niho knew.
we'll go over it when we join your friends, and he starts walking towards the middle table you're all at, and you're all just like staring the whole way.
What name do you go by just now?
Grinsfine.
Grinsfine. Good, good.
And this pale white elf stands, remains standing, and has like another glance around the room. And Krem is just standing there like in a daydream. And old Tappy's sort of Yeah, he's like behind the bar, but he's kind of like peering at you guys and almost excitedly, like he thinks shit's going down, and he's like, "Oh shit, adventure and stuff."
Does Trent look like a moon elf?
Kinda. Yep.
Is he near us?
Yep. He's approached you guys at this point, and so is Bosner.
I wanna lean forward and say something.
Okay.
Hail Alice Stray.
Alright. As you do that, he kind of flinches and backs away from you and holds his robe where he's kept his tome, like in a protective way, and he kind of like flinches at that, and he says, he just kind of like looks down at you and shakes his head and then looks at the rest of you.
Oh.
And then he addresses you, Bosner. Well, he addresses all of you and says, I'm an acquaintance of your leader here, Bosner.
Sorry,
This
didn't mean it.
is everyone. This is Grin. He's been helping us. He's going to help us to banish the demons. We think, hopefully.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
oh.
He says,
Did Tappy just come?
that wasn't me.
Banish
Oh.
the demons.
I'm like, this is
Fucking
getting
yikes.
really weird. That he's only been drinking milk.
Some good milk.
Grins says, this is true. We have a shared goal to be rid of the demon lords. It appears their power is amassing greatly, especially in the coming days and weeks. My home was attacked recently by something of the sort using illusion magic to disguise itself. However, right now that's not of importance. What is important is that you present me with the ingredients. And he says, I need to make sure you
Okay.
have everything we need so far. And he starts listing off bloop.
What?
He says the intact egg of a purple worm for channeling great power. Do you have it?
Isha,
I look at Garv and ask, do
Nudge,
you know
nudge.
what you're talking about?
take out the egg.
It must be something I don't have.
Yep. Got it.
Just
Slimy.
Okay, you pull out this egg, and he says,
Put it on the table.
yeah, there's just this big slimy egg on the table. He's like, careful it doesn't hatch. We need it intact. And he says, the central eye of the
Can I make
beholder. Yeah?
a nature check to see if it's close to Arch or something?
You can like put your hand on it and feel it.
Can I?
Sure, nature check.
Oh boy.
You don't know.
Oh boy.
Plus
Perfect.
1 to nature.
It
I'm a
feels,
druid.
it
Plus 1 to nature.
does feel slimy and sticky. Almost like it's coated in almost like a spider web like substance.
Ew.
Uh,
I'll lay my hand on Garv.
I'm like, and I just like recoil, like, I told you I was married.
And I say, we lost Frank Jr. to that bloody worm.
He was still alive. You just left him. That's different.
No, he was underneath a fucking purple. He was dead, right?
He says, yes, purple worms are no joke. Do you have the central eye of the beholder to break down any magical resistance and overcome the forces?
Yes, we do.
Just whip it out. Chuck it on the table as well.
He says, okay, you don't have to put everything on the table.
Oh, okay.
You
put it
sure?
back in
I
the
thought you
bag.
wanted to see it.
Yes.
Is it? Can you tell if it's suitable, or do I have to get another one? Please tell us
He
we have to get another
Arcana
one.
checks it. Uh,
Natural.
he thinks it's fine.
Great. Put it back in the bag.
Do my robe have any reaction when it's taking out the eye?
Does who?
My robe, does it have any reaction? Like
Uh,
blinking or it?
no, it doesn't have like a reaction. The robe is kind of just like looking all over the place constantly. The eyes are like animated, but they don't like go like master, because you know you're attuned to it, so you're like the master.
I was just curious.
Yeah. He says 6 feathers from 6 different angels.
Oh fuck, we do have them, don't we? I have one of those.
This is for
I'll
the
whip out
authority
3.
of
Yeah.
From what I remember,
sorcerers.
you did get the feathers.
Yeah.
They're stone, but
I take out the feather of Anaya.
Alright, so you all bring out your feathers. I'm
I have
assuming.
6, yeah. Why is that on the list?
Well,
because Angrod may have had some.
I brought that too, I think.
You got all of Angrod's stuff in the bag.
Yeah, we saved all of the ingredients.
Do feathers need to be preserved?
No,
DM,
the feathers.
Will they be preserved in the bag anyway?
they're stone.
yeah, they're stone. He goes to pick one up, and he says, "Interesting," and puts it back. The heart of a Gristro to reach the influence and heart of demons.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, I cannot whip that one out. But we do have it.
It's
Um,
in the bag. I helped.
I'll take your word for it.
It's a bit minging.
He says,
Not that the eye wasn't, but
"Yes, we might not be welcome here, bringing out all of this bioorganic materials that
put it all
stinks."
back in the bag of holding.
He says,
Preserving.
"And do you have drops from a demon lord? This is to connect the demons to the ritual. Any
Don't
demon
think
lord."
so.
We have.
Well, Angrod got a vial made from the Gristro when he was fighting it after on its corpse.
That was a Gristro, is that not?
Yeah,
It's
but
not
like
demon
when it fought Inigu, whatever his name is. I made its horn and peeled him.
Scratched him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that?
You know you got step.
I know my dead character side very
Yeah.
much.
The demon, yeah, Yunogu's blood vial should have been in the bag of holding.
Preserving.
Or
Oh yeah,
preserving.
I do remember that actually.
It's
One
a
or the
vial.
other. Yeah, one of
Presumably
you,
be in the bag with the rest
you
of the
took a
ingredients.
vial and you did a check to see if you could collect it, and you collected it. And then
God.
I
Oh,
don't
sure.
know. You don't know if it's demon or blood or hyena or weird no blood, but there's
True.
blood.
It was
That
the
is
demon
true.
that the Knolls worship. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It's,
Yunogu.
Inigu.
yeah, you know, go.
I'm pretty sure our logic was that the horn of the Gristro impaled Yunogu, and so we got it from the horn. Because
Yep.
it wouldn't have any other blood on it,
That's
Sure.
what you did.
Theor- theoretically.
That's what you
Ho-
assume.
Hopefully it works.
Yep. Theoretically.
I mean, there's no way that this won't work first time.
There's no way of telling.
He says, and I know you haven't found the tin masks yet. Am I correct?
Nope, no 10 masks yet.
He says, well, I have Gromp's grimoire. So the tin masks are the final ingredient. Luckily, I have been doing some research, and I know someone who may be able to help us.
This alchemist,
Oh, what a coincidence, so do we.
do we?
What's the
Joey.
alchemist?
Oh yeah, the alchemist that I told you about, that he told me about.
Oh.
Yeah, but you never told us that he told you about the alchemist.
Yeah, you dick.
Who's the alchemist?
You'll meet him soon enough.
If he's like Opal, I will either A, hate him, or B, really hate him.
You can just stay here then.
Maybe for the best.
He says, I've already met with this gentleman, and I'll send him a message. He can meet us here at the Foaming Mug.
Sounds good.
And you see, he focuses for a moment, and his hands glow, and he's muttering under his breath. And then his eyes, after a few moments, open, and he says, "You'll be here shortly. For now,
Does he
finish your
have-
drinks."
Does he have what we need already?
Well, we're about to find out.
Okay.
And then you just hear, "What is going on over here? Are you having a good time?"
Yes, thank you, Kermit.
I introduced him. Like, I'm like, this is the bravest thing in this entire city. He helped us fight when everyone else ran like cowards.
You can see Kremet. He's got like this shit-eating grin on his face, and literally like his fists balled up and on his waist, and puffing his chest out, or whatever he has of a chest, more of a belly, and with his eyes looking like opposite directions, he's just Grin just looks at him and is like, okay.
It speaks the truth. This little one was swallowed by a slime and then pulled out
Did
the
it
slime.
die?
And it survived.
He says, yeah, it seems like many forces of the Underdark have gotten a hold of this place, so the reclamations.
I've heard everything. I've heard demon talk. I've seen slimes. I've heard were-rats. I've heard ghosts. That's the funniest one, ghosts.
Do you want to fight some ghosts? Do ya?
Ghosts aren't real.
Okay.
Spirits are real. Ghosts are not.
What's the difference?
Spirits are helpful. Ghosts are there to terrify the children.
Their lung growth.
Okay. Well, no doubt we'll find some ghosts soon enough.
No, I hope so.
Foreshadowing. Shortly after, you hear the doors again, like, boom, 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 and you look over, and you see this little tubby deep gnome with goggles on his head, and sort of a big leather trench coat, and he got like this long crooked nose, and he waddles on over and pulls his goggles up and says, "Is this it? This the lot?" And then Grin nods. Says, "Alright then, so tell me, what is it you're after? I'm Kazook, by the way, but let's get down to brass tacks. No messing about. My time's valuable."
Okay. Well,
I will see.
have you ever heard of a tin mask mushroom?
Oh, sure I have. I've also heard of the Feywild and the various planes there is all over the place, and yeah, I'm well aware of what tin masks are.
Do you know where we can find any?
Do you have any?
Sure, can you shift planes?
Hang on there, I'll check.
And he's genuinely like furrows his brow. That was a joke.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Bosner's like
I
thinking real
look-
hard.
I look at Garv and I say, I think this one think that is funny.
I'm like,
You know what?
what do you mean shift
I
play?
can.
Alright, I'm sure you
You
can.
Like I'm I mean, like he says shift planes. Like I am so confused.
He says,
Like Garda's who?
look, even if you can, and sort of like does a face where it's like, mm-hmm. He says, you don't have to go that far. Well, you don't have to go to another plane at least. There is a place in the Underdark that has 10 masks, sure. Just as it has many fungi, rare and common alike. He says, but that is valuable information. First, you gotta do something for me.
Of course we do.
How about we bring you back a couple of these tin masks?
Ah, they're not that useful to me.
Oh,
He says, what am I gonna need 10 masks for?
I don't know. Are they valuable?
And then,
Which plane are they on? Demon planes.
oh sure, I mean, they grow out of the footsteps of various demons commonly.
It's disgusting.
So if we just found Sugatmoy, we could find some of those.
He says, sure, just find Zugatmoy. Yeah, okay.
Should be too hard.
Anyway, he says, if you want a real plan, I can, if you do this one thing for me, I swear, you'll be able to handle it. It's not a difficult task or anything like that. And it's a win-win-win, because the Daggerman Talks will be grateful too, and the Stoneheart Enclave, everyone wins if you help me out with this one thing.
What is it?
He says, alright, that's what I like. Straight to the point. So, I've got a lab, or it's not technically my lab. There is a lab in the Rockblade district of this settlement. However, that district is apparently not the safest right now. I'm sure you've noticed the various closed gates and debris closing off some of the tunnels. There is a reason for that.
Is it the ghosts? Is it the slimes? Is it the were rats?
Neither, apparently. So, the Stoneheart Enclave, I'm sure you've come across them in the city. They create various earth elementals, and they do all the... They're the muscle, they do all the heavy lifting, so to speak, as we're not exactly a burly lot. Now, reclaiming the place is of great importance to a lot of these people, but to me, I just want this materials and the research that's in this lab. And I told the Daggerman Talks if I could get someone to help out with this, they'd let me have whatever's in this lab. So, as you can see, win-win so far. And the way you win is if you do this for me, this one task, which is to find something called Ontimok's Boon. I'll let you write that down.
How do you spell that? On or what?
It's weird spelling. E-N-T-E
Yep.
M-O-C-H-S. And then Boon. It's an Ed Boon.
Yeah.
And he says, now this place was known to few before the settlement was attacked by his lot, and points to Isha.
What's me?
He says a few people of the top echelons of the Stoneheart Enclave, they knew about this place and they'd raise resilient earth elementals to help out. He says the quicker we get those earth elementals up and running, the quicker we can get that place tidied out, and the quicker I can get my shit from that lab. Now, this place is rumoured to be west of Blingdenstone, somewhere maybe a day's travel or so. And I've heard rumours that there's even rare gems and such there that, you know, no one's watching, so feel free to help yourselves, I suppose. Although, I don't know if that's needed for any of that magic mumbo jumbo that the Stoneheart Enclave needs to get the earth elementals up and running. so maybe it's not the best idea. Second thoughts. He says, you find this place, and you tell the Stoneheart Enclave where it is, then I'll mark down on your map where to find these mushrooms.
So we just need to find the place.
Well, we need to find
How are we gonna-
something in the place.
No, you just need to find the place. It's like a magically imbued quarry. Centuries old.
Okay,
The old deep gnomes who lived here before, they used it.
sure. Sounds, well, straightforward if not easy.
Finding it's going to be the tough part. We don't know exactly where it is, just that it's west-ish.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
That is helpful.
He says, I mean, you could speak to Yantha. When she's not off gallivanting at Mantle Derrick, she usually hangs around somewhere.
Okay.
If you can't find her, look for Nomi Pathshutter. He's like second in command or something for the Stonehearts.
Well, okay then.
Right, sorry, what was the last two names there?
He said, look for Yantha, you know that already.
Okay.
He says,
Yeah.
if you can't find her, you should find Nomi Pathshutter. And he'll tell you that Nomi Pathshutter is usually located at the Ruby in the Rough.
Okay.
He says, sound good? Is that a deal? Puts his hand out for any of you
Any,
to take it.
any objections?
Not really.
I mean,
Deal.
you?
We'll get started tomorrow. Because I had to change my spells.
Level up.
Also that.
Rest. General stuff.
Tonight, we can take a well-deserved rest. Haven't slept in a bed in weeks.
Does anyone shake his hand? He's waiting.
Yeah, I shook his hands when I said deal. Sorry.
Alright, yep. He takes it, shakes it. Says, great, now.
I
Back
thought
to
a
work.
fucking corn save was coming or something.
Yeah, con save for exploding. He says, back to work it is. And then puts his goggles back on and waddles out.
Oh, wait a minute. Where can we find you when we're finished?
I'll find you.
Ominous.
And pushes the
Reassuring.
swinging door. Good luck.
Cheers.
Thank you, small quirky one.
I don't like him.
You don't like anyone.
He likes me.
Got an obligation to like you.
And then you just hear.
Sure, he likes you.
You guys feel some of you feel some weird tingling like on your back, like someone's watching you. Then almost creeping out of nowhere in the shadows is Tappy with his mustache, and he's just like, so, did I smell more adventure?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you want to come?
Oh, no. I'm not much of an adventurer myself. I love the bard tales though.
Fair enough.
None of
Great
you happen
bard
to be a
tales.
bard.
Well then.
I promise you we'll come back with a very good bar tale for you.
Oh, do you play?
Yeah, do you play?
No.
No.
Oh,
no,
that's a shame.
none of us play anything. We just tell bad stories. Full
Oh.
of death.
He looks very disappointed.
Okay, we'll come back with the incipit for a bar tale. How is that?
He says, okay, sounds good. And
Could
then
just say like an above average story, but one that might not be shite.
He goes back to his bar and stuff. Says, if you need me, you'll know where to find me. I'm just over here.
Cool.
Get another drink.
More beer.
Sure. He says, gold for the round for a lot of yous.
Deal.
Well, I paid for the rooms.
Yeah, pass a coin to him.
I don't want beer, but I'll gladly take another glass of milk.
Oh, by the way, the milk. It tastes sour. Just saying.
Yeah, so a glass of yogurt.
It isn't off. It isn't yogurt. It's definitely not. You wouldn't know. It tastes fine to you because you're used to probably Roth milk if you drink milk. Because Roth are a bit different to surface cows. Their
Well, I'm
milk
from
isn't as
behind the
fine.
dark, so I guess
There's
I,
not.
I, I
Yeah,
should know.
it's not as vitamin rich as surface cows. Let's just say. But it's okay. And yeah, he
I'll put
fetches
that
you another
protein.
round. Uh, do you want anything in particular? Stronger stuff, weaker stuff, good stuff,
No,
bad
just
stuff?
ale again.
Alright,
Stronger milk.
sure. He, yeah, he gets you around in that for a gold, and that's that. It's not particularly strong, so you don't have to make any con saves. So, what would you all like to do at this point? Grin is still here, and he says, "If you don't mind, I'm going to retire for the night. I can't. Keeping this illusion up all day is rather tiresome." And he just walks off and towards the door adjacent to the bar.
Good night, small edge lord.
Grin,
hmm
when I get a chance, I'll take a look at that eye.
He gives you a nod and continues.
Alright, I like the poster. Are you a doctor?
Cleric. Thought it was kind of obvious.
Hmm. Are you a cleric
Well,
of
You know,
death?
I
'Cause you
never
kill a
know.
lot of things.
But there's probably a good point to take 5 minutes if you want to think about what you want to do.
Try to work out what spells I can prepare for tomorrow.
5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
yeah.
Cool.
Back in 5.
I am back.
Okay.
Was it done?
Mhm. Do you reckon I should take plane shift as a spell?
What
It's a
does that do?
pretty on-edge spell.
Well, it's like I don't know. I need a forked metal rod attuned to a particular plane of existence. I have no idea how to do that.
Just, I don't know, just find a metal rod, just be like, this is my stick, and be like, I will use a plate shift.
What I want to do, it's kind of hard, but if I ever find a temple or sanctuary dedicated to Thor, I can cast Word of Recall, which is like a free get out of jail free card. But I leave someone
Right,
behind.
yeah.
Oh fuck! Well, up to 6 people in total. Oh well, maybe not.
Micro.
Hello there.
Oh, yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
The fucking meme that I put in.
There's nothing as funny as someone calls someone out for something and gets found out for it themselves.
What's that?
Are all you into your boxing?
What? Sorry, I can't hear you.
You into boxing?
Not really.
Sure.
Well, fucking Miller got denied the license to fight Joshua because he had a adverse drugs test.
It's
Oh,
happening a lot lately. And
Yeah.
boxing and MMA, a lot of failed drug tests.
tut tut tut.
Don't do drugs, kids.
So a lot
Or
of these,
do
Don't
drugs.
get caught doing drugs at least.
Yeah, like, or at least you do drugs, just don't box.
I mean, I don't hear people think they can like pass drug tests, especially
Oh.
if you're a fucking boxer or like an athlete.
a lot of doctors
Yeah.
tell them to microdose.
Yeah, because there was that guy that got caught, like he was on the front page of Reddit. He was like the skier or something. He was like blood dope, and like the guys came in like, and they caught him in the middle, and he was like, I can't do it. He's just sitting there, like getting his blood doped, and he's just like, well, fuck.
Alright, you guys decided what you want to do?
Did we sleep?
Do you want
As
to?
before we sleep, I say to the party, should we go see the Dark Talks before we head out for the Alchemist's mission tomorrow?
Kremet pipes up when she said, he's like, yes, I'm supposed to be taking you to them's. The guardsman told me so.
Oh,
Okay.
should we go now then?
No, we
Yeah.
should rest first.
Nah.
It's something
Don't
to
be
do with
drinking.
demons or something you said.
We
I
should
wasn't
go. We should
listening.
go talk to the people about demons.
Someone.
Maybe was that a question or
No, that was what
Interview.
we should do. We should go talk to them about demons. The Dagama talks.
yeah, I think we should do that before we rest. Or after, yes, before we rest.
Now, is anyone drunk?
I've had 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Depends
Oh,
how
that's
much
strong.
you want to drink.
Do we smell of alcohol? I look at Kramer. I'm like, does Kramer, how are you? Are you drunk?
He looks at you and it's hard to tell. He always slightly sways. And his eyes
think-
are, because his eyes are like squint, it's hard to tell.
I think he's okay. I don't want him losing his job because he was a hero. And he was celebrating like a hero. Well,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
it's fine. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready.
I'm good. Is everyone in agreement?
Sure.
Sure.
He says, I will be showing you the way then. Come
Sure.
with me. And he starts bringing you guys towards the Daggerbertox Hall. Through the residential areas that you're in, a lot of holes in the walls, and all the way back to the big dais with a very bland rectangular building atop it. He brings you up, and it leads into inward. It's like a front-facing rectangular building which leads into the cavern. And as he walks you in, you see right away there isn't even a door to this. He walks you up the stairs through this opening, and 24 or so deep gnomes sitting around this well-lit cavern. You see some of them moving about briskly with messenger pouches in hand, whilst other of them sit around several stone tablets covered in maps and other papers. They all seem to be talking in hushed, serious tones with one another. At the back of the room, there's a miniature dais which is carved from the rock of the cavern, and atop it sit 2 stone desks which are facing each other. And 2 deep gnomes, one male, one female, sit behind the desks, conferring with what looks to be advisors and one another. As soon as you enter the room, with Kremet leading the way, they turn their attention to you, and Kremet pipes and says, Mr. Mrs. Daggermatok, I have some outsiders who you might want to speak to. And then you see a bunch of the advisors are all like sighing and like, ah. And then you see the female one says, very well, Mr. Kremitz, I relieve you. And then he bows and turns to you guys and he says, "It's all up to you guys now. I'm going back to the barracks."
Thanks, Graham.
And
You're so brave.
he's
Will we
like,
not see you at the pub later, Gremit?
"Oh, I could maybe come round when I'm off duty, yes."
Good, good.
The people's
See you later.
hero. The tiles for the day.
And yeah, he says, "Good luck." And you hear like a lot of the advisors and stuff are like frustratedly muttering under their breaths, and they're just like, oh, like why, and oh, why do we keep him around? Why do we blah, 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 and who signed him to the outsiders? And they're all just muttering under their breath. And he leaves, waddling out happily. And you hear the guy behind the stone desk, so the man, he's stout, quite burly for a deep gnome. He's wearing sort of leathers and isn't caked in dirt, but you can tell with the state of him, he isn't like. He obviously gets his hands dirty with labor and stuff. And you see the girl, the female, she has like large pointed ears and long eyelashes, and kind of has where the man has kind of like a stern face, very stoic, very judging. The female has more of a curious face on at the moment. She doesn't have any exaggerated features or anything like that. Whereas the man has like this kind of like flat white nose, and yeah, they face you, and all of the advisors stay quiet. And then the man pipes up, and he says, "So, what is it?"
We have news of Grackelschlag.
You want to say that again, boss?
Grackelschlag.
Are you sure you only had 2 drinks? Do you want me to take this one?
Grackelschlag. That's how you say it, roughly.
Gracklesta.
Schla.
It's
Staka.
not schla, it's stuff.
Staka. I've been saying Grackelschlag for ages.
Whilst
Yeah.
you,
Just slurring your words for ages.
whilst you guys are bickering over the way to say it, it's Gravelstone. No. He's like, "What of it? We are busy here."
We witnessed the demon attack.
It's not there anymore.
It's
I'd be less blunt, but I feel like it's not very warranted in the situation. The city's gone. It's been destroyed.
Everyone takes pause for a moment. All the advisors stop muttering in that moment, and they all stare to the Daggerman talks. And the female says, "How do you mean? How did it fall?"
Demons. More
great demon.
accurately, the Demogorgon.
The Demogorgon, the demon lord,
I mean,
rose from the dark lake and attacked the city.
They tried defending, but it didn't happen. It's fallen.
she says, again, "That explains the Durgar refugees some of our caravans have come across." And she looks to Dorbo. It's clear that she's Sani, and he is Dorbo. They don't feel the need. They haven't felt the need so far to introduce themselves, but at this point they do. The man Dorbo, he introduces both of them at this point. And he says, and the city is completely fallen. There's
Yes. Even the dragon has escaped and maybe died as well, I don't know. The last we saw it was attacking the demon lords.
It looks like they believe, like, it's hard to tell, but they're clearly reacting to prior information to, and all the advisors are whispering in their ears and such. And Seni kind of like pushes them away. And she says, "Well, you've done us a great service to bring us this news. Is that the only reason you're here?"
No.
Well, the reason we're here is our own separate business, but coming here, we were asked our business, and we felt we could share this information as well.
And we also think we could help you. I understand that the... How do you call it? Entmox Boon?
Entmoxboon, yes,
Close enough.
something about that.
Yeah. She follows.
No, it's Antimox Boon. Yeah.
Entmox?
Whatever. Either or.
Is in has been lost, and the Stonehearts are looking for it, and would like to regain access to that area. We think we could help.
And then Dorval pipes up. Says, "How? Have you seen it?"
Well, no, but we believe we could look for it and find it.
We've sent out some parties for the past couple of months and had no results. Are you special navigators or have experience finding lost artifacts or anything?
Yes, we definitely have experience finding lost things. Do you have anything that is specifically from that area that we could use?
They look to their advisors.
Would it be better to speak to the Stonehearts? Would they have something similar?
Perhaps, but Antimox Boon was lost a long time ago along with the rest of the settlement.
Even something mundane that we know is from that area, and that can help us to find the way.
Any sort of remnant.
Yeah, you'd have to speak to them.
Okay, understood.
No, you haven't just come here to do good deeds, have you?
No, there is something out for us, but it's to do with the demon lords. But we have a plan.
Very well. And at this point, Kriv, he's right next to you, wasn't he? Cleared his throat a little bit, and he elbows you, and he's like, "Surface."
Yeah. Also, is there a route to the surface from Blingdenstone?
The female says, "We have those who know the way to the surface."
Is the route treacherous?
I do not believe so. There are many routes. However, we have our hands rather full at the moment. I wouldn't feel comfortable sparing any men we have until we've dealt with our issues.
Okay.
Men of yours won't be necessary, I'm sure.
Hopefully not.
Very
Last question. Is there any maps of the area we could buy?
And then Dorval
seem to
pipes
have
up and he says,
few.
"No, we keep our maps to ourselves.
Okay.
Security reasons.
Could we
Understood.
borrow one?
No.
No,
Did you not
Please?
hear the man?
out of the question."
Oh, that's a shame.
Says, "Look, he says, since you're helping out with the anti-monk situation, I feel it's pertinent you should know that the earth elementals we do send into Rockblight have been returned by something. We don't know what. We've been calling it Ogremok's Bane. It appears to be some kind of gaseous magical cloud, and it possesses our elementals. We can't send our people in there due to there being this danger, and apparently there's a Medusa who's set their lair up in the district. So even if we were to reinforce our elementals, I think it's a lost cause until this problem's dealt with. Now, since you're being good Samaritans, I would ask you help, and we would reward you in kind.
Okay.
One thing at a time, of course.
One thing at a time, yes.
But if you want more information on that, there is a man who stands guard by the main gates to Rockblight. His name is... Oh, I don't have it here. Where is it?
Just make up a name. Quickly. Go.
Dude, gnome names are fucked. Uh...
Yeah.
Wait. He is...
Rockblight, make Rockblight decent.
Sure. I've got it here.
His name's Gardy.
His name
Guardian
is...
Dave.
Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Where the fuck is
Jimbo, my boy.
it? His name is Vazook.
That is most certainly not Dave.
Nope. He says you'll find him by the staging area.
Okay. Good to know. We shall head there tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. The guard that was accompanying us.
Give him a raise.
Give him a raise, give him promotion. He is very brave.
A bunch of the advisors start snickering and
You laugh, but ask around. There was plenty of witnesses that saw him fight 4 black slimes that crawled through your debris pile.
While the rest of your guards ran like cowards.
they continue to laugh, and even Dorble has like a little grin across his face. But then Sani like puts her hand up and says, "Enough. I believe them." Very well.
Thank you.
I'll speak to the guard about giving him a promotion. Once I corroborate the information, but I believe you.
There were a fair few witnesses. The stand holders all fled. One of them was eaten, I think. Unlucky, I suppose.
I wouldn't ask him.
They say, she says, yes, that's a whole other situation. We've got our hands full, as you can see. With that, we have the ooze problem in the northwest part of the city. Apparently, there is a growing number of ooze attacks coming from that direction, and we haven't had the manpower to send anyone in to have a scout and see what's causing it. On top of that, I'm sure you've heard of the were-rats.
And the ghosts.
Well, yes, we've been receiving many refugees, other deep gnomes such as ourselves, and we are running low on housing, and there is a group of ghosts, spirits.
A whole group.
Yes. There's many, and they seem to be in the central residential area, and they are preventing us from settling anyone there at the moment. So our guards, as you can tell, are spread thin as it is.
Are they harming anyone or just scaring away?
Oh, they've harmed people, yes. We have avoided that area since, until this is dealt with, but we do not know how to quell the spirits or what they want. They refuse to speak to us.
Well, we can only solve one problem at a time.
Such
Thank
is
you for
true.
your time. Let's go.
Okay, did you guys leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give like a little nod to the Dagmatox and walk out with the rest of them.
Yeah, you can see Dorble like frowning, looking at Senny like almost like a what the fuck face. And then as you leave, they begin to pull up more maps and papers and such, and get back to it with their advisors.
Well, back to the foaming mug.
I would just speak to this guard first. Ask him what he knows about Medusas. And other stuff.
Yeah. Vizuk, I think his name was.
Vizuk, aye.
Now let's go find them.
Vizuk McGardson.
Yep. Mick Stone, Mick Boulder. They're all named
The
after
Boulder.
rocks and stuff.
Stone.
Are they?
Well, they're not all of them. Hashtag not all, but many of them are
No.
like, you know,
Mm,
they've got
sure.
these like double barrel names. That a lot of them
Yeah.
are like Mick Rock Boulder and stuff like that. So you guys leave the makeshift governmental building. Where are you going here?
Where we're going to go find Vizuk next to the staging area.
Okay. Uh. Okay. I'd like whoever's whoever's speaking to people and finding out where the staging area is to make a persuasion check.
Oh, me.
Okay. Because
Yeah, go for it.
the deep gnomes, a lot of them are very untrusting of you, it seems, as outsiders. So it's gonna take a decent persuasion check to garner any information. Alright.
Bollocks.
Wow.
That's okay. You ask around, and you get turned away by a few. What you see, you see, when you speak, you're speaking to like what looks like disgruntled miner folk or something who are heading on their way out to from the residential area towards the gates, and they kind of just like ignore you and say shit in their language, and then you come to someone eventually uh, who witnessed your good deed earlier on with the oozes, a younger deep gnome, a female, and she tells you where it is, and you walked kind of past it earlier. You realize it's a area in sort of the central part of the settlement, and it's there's a gate between that and what's beyond is unknown. It's a large stone gate. And from what you've been told, like northeast, northwest, it looks like the gate leads into Rockblight, from what your understanding of it is, without having a map, because they literally won't give anyone a map. So you get there, and what you see is staging area. You see this cave is fortified with a bunch of barricades, and it looks like it's defended by about 8 deep gnomes, and they have 4 cave badgers on leads. These large badgers as sort of like domesticated animals, and you see they're weirdly enough on most of the guarded areas there's been earth elementals, but here there isn't, and you see the sealed door, and standing among all the guards is a fellow holding one of the badgers who appears to be ordering some of them around. What do you do? They haven't paid much mind to you. You're just kind of standing there and like looking at them.
Say this.
You see the barricades are faced towards the stone gate, by the way. So you're on the inside of it.
Right.
It's like barricaded to protect from things coming through the gate beyond.
I kind of saunter up to the. Is it a high barricade? Could I be like? Is it just a one? Kind of level
It's
thing?
like a palisade type deal.
Uh-huh.
There's like a level to it, so it's like one story high. And you see there's a like a makeshift gate, like a little palisade gate, and all the deep gnomes appear to be on this side, and there's the guy who's like ordering them around, kind of standing up on the first floor of the palisade, and he's like ordering them to open the gate and getting the badgers to sniff around the entrance to see if there's anything dangerous coming or something like that.
I wander up just to the kind of gate area
Yep.
in front of it, and like any guards kicking about.
Oh yeah, but they seem to be really busy, like wandering around. And then one of them calls over to the boss man, who looks down at you, and he does like a whistle, and then he hands his badger over to a guard by his side and saunters on down. And you can see he's like a little stout guy. He's covered in like dirt and stuff. Again, bald head, big pointy ears, but one of his ears appears to be cut in half, and he has a scar down his face from like top left to bottom right. Looks like it could have been done by a badger claw. It's like three-pronged, but you're not sure. It's pretty big. But he comes down, and he's like, "Who are you, and what do you want?"
Uh, we're looking for Fazook. Apparently,
Right.
he knows about.
You found him. What?
Ah, good. Dagger Talk said you know something about Medusas and rock blight.
I don't know
That-
shit about Medusas, but
No, okay.
I can tell you there's a Medusa in Rockblight, right enough.
Okay.
And is she?
Tell you what I do know about Medusas, they can turn you to stone.
Great.
Not ideal.
No, not
Now-
ideal at all.
Of the Daggermatok, are you sell swords? Daggermatok's bought you, or was
Yeah,
it?
close enough.
Right. Tell you what we know. There's a Medusa. Apparently, it's one of the drow left over from the invasion. And
A
she's
drow Medusa, or okay, yeah, sorry, one of.
this is the rumors. Don't take
Yeah,
this
yeah.
as gospel. But from what we know, what we've been told, there's a drow priestess left over from the invasion, and she decided to take up a lair and transformed into a Medusa. Not only that, she commanded an army. So God knows what's become of them. On top of this, we sent in our elementals to deal with the problem, as you do. Don't want to risk civilians, don't want to risk the guards. Obviously, earth elementals are immune to being turned to stone. But not only that, she's got a magical fart running around after her, possessing all of her earth elementals.
Yeah, I remember
I've heard of that as well.
about that.
Magical fart.
Ogremock's Bane, I believe it was called.
That's the one. But I prefer magical fart.
It's got a certain ring to it.
So,
I suppose it's that way, and I point to the kind of barricade.
yeah, you point to the barricade where the palisade wooden gates open, and it's faced towards like the big stone gate. It's like a double gate. It's about 10 feet tall, and then about 10 feet wide as well, with a big slit down the middle of it where it can be pushed open. This is we're here to make sure that stays shut and nothing comes through. Although if it does, we're fucked. It's bad enough having 8 people on here.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you intend to deal with this if you're being bought by the Daggermatogs? I didn't take them for the hiring mercenary kind, but
Yeah,
saves us risking our necks, so I'm not complaining.
fair enough. We're not really hired. It's more of a favor for a favor kind of thing.
Right.
Um,
I don't need to know the details.
No, we weren't
we
going to tell you
need
them
to
anyway.
know. We need to know
Please don't.
directions and anything else could help us. Really, what you got
Directions where, mate?
to the Medusa and her magic
Rock
fart.
Boy.
Oh, fuck if I know. We've never set foot in that area, not for a long time.
Okay.
Too dangerous. We've lost a few. And I hear, before we arrived, that the rumours were most of the slaughtering of the previous peoples here, our brethren, took place in Rock Blight. Hence the name. It was a massacre, from what I hear.
I am sorry to hear that.
Sounds pretty grim anyway.
Aye, it's no great, to say the least.
Well,
We're currently, we're a bit occupied at the moment though. We have to make sure protocol's followed. We need to make sure the gate's secure at the moment. Are you planning on going in now?
no,
No.
no. Tomorrow.
Right. I'll be sure to have it ready for you then.
Sounds all good.
Oh, thank you very much. Keep on guarding.
Don't tell me I would do my job.
Understandable.
And then he whistles again, and you see, all the cunts with the badgers at the gates, start investigating the stone gate itself, and he starts climbing back up on his palisade barricade. What do you all do?
Return to the pub.
Back to the pub.
Back to the foaming mug. Sure. Alright. Who would you say would be at the back of the party?
Probably me.
Roll me a perception check.
God. My eyes haven't been working tonight, so here they go. I've got my contact lenses in.
Let's see here.
Too late.
Dan, here we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you if you're talking.
It's still in the.
Oh, disconnect and try reconnect.
We haven't been hearing you this whole time, Judah.
Oh well.
Whoops.
Fucking oof.
That feels bad, man.
Oops.
Same thing fucking happened to me back in the Droki bullshit.
Yeah, I
I
remember
was
that.
muted for like half an hour.
You're like, why the fuck is no one listening to me? Don't kill him.
She's been trying to make perception checks for like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, no. Perception check. Perception check. Do I see it? Do I see that? We'll give her a sec. For now, we'll just say Garv's at the back, and he's, I guess that now. Also, to get there, if you knew any place or people that knew about the story of the place that you need to go to. Oh, you back? Hello?
Nope.
Hello?
Oh,
There we go.
we can retcon. So before you leave the guardsman, Vzook, what would you like to say? Ask him.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Eddie?
Just,
Oh, you hear us?
yeah, I do hear you.
Okay.
No.
Disgusting fucked up.
It's always Wednesday.
Yes, weird.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, like, if there was any place like library or people that we can talk to that knew story about the place where we need to go, so we have a vague idea of where the stuff is.
Oh, about Anti-Monk Spoon.
Hmm.
When you ask him about Anti-Monk Spoon, he says, "What's that?" "Look, lady, I'm just a guard. I guard stuff. I don't know anything about that magic pish."
Fair enough.
And out of all the guards, I deal the least with the earth elementals. So if anything, I'm the worst person to ask.
Hmm. I guess we need to speak to the
Why
stone.
the fuck did they send us to you then?
No, this was about rock blight.
He says,
Atara's asking about
says-
Intermox Spoon.
he said, "Fuck if
Okay.
I know, you're better speaking to those stone cunts."
Yeah, we will do at some point. Cheers.
Right. Back to work, fucks. And then he just like clicks his fingers, whistles, gets his boys back in line, and they all get to work scouting the Purim. So you guys want to head back to the
Foaming mud.
help. Garv, nice perception check there, bud. So
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I also said I wanted to stay in the back, but I want to see what happened now.
you guys are walking along. None of you like. The thing is, you're in a settlement. There are areas of it. There's various tunnels and stuff where it's not exactly populated. Like I said, it's very like dense in areas, such as like some of the residential areas are dense, but then some of them are obviously abandoned, and you get the inclination that the abandoned area you saw was maybe where the ghosts are messing around. But other than like the Trader's Grotto and the sort of foyer, for lack of a better word, the reception hall, some of the areas are surprisingly desolate, and you aren't exactly on guard. So Garv, as you guys are walking across, Garv's in the back. Some time goes by as you're walking, where you hear some weird crunchy noises in the tunnel walls, and then you look back, Garv, and you see there's a little. Let me just one sec. There's a three-legged creature waddling behind you, surprisingly close. It has one eye that you can see. It has 3 legs and 3 arms and a mouth, a big gaping mouth on the top of its body. You've seen something like this before. Oh, no, you haven't. Sorry, you haven't seen this. Bossler has.
Yay.
It appears to be following
turn
you
around,
very
like, what the fuck?
closely at this point. Because it took you a while to notice.
I face it and I like take out my giant slayer axe. I'm like, "What are you being?"
When you stop and turn, it starts making like motions with its hands into its mouth and making just like noises.
I look at it and I'm like, "Did you understand that? You understand most things."
Did I?
Yeah, you guys turn around and see at this point. Nope. Wait, what languages do you speak?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which one's the thing is better? Which one's this?
Normally I would say no, but you fucking know like 90% of the languages, so...
Wait a minute. Doesn't Ebkis know all spoken language or something?
No, I
Maybe
can read all
he
right.
He knows the
Ah,
read.
fuck.
We give it
Although I do have comprehend language.
do you
but
know
my-
Terran, I should ask?
Nope.
Okay, you don't understand it. It's
Thanks.
it's making like, it's got like pincery hands, and it's like making like weird wriggly motions with its 3 arms, and then it's putting one of them and like making a motion into its mouth.
Well, I
You
guess
want to feed? You want to be fed?
I guess he's hungry.
It's like blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna cast comprehend languages for my staff of charming.
Okay. Comprehend languages. It's just like repeating over and over again. Yum yum, food. Yum yum. Yum. Nom nom nom. Food.
Well, it wants food,
What's
but
this?
I'm not sure if it wants to eat us or it wants us to give it food.
And this thing's skin is like dark, reddish brown, and it looks like its body's almost made of rocks. It has like a rocky texture to it.
Is there anything else?
You're saying I'd recognize this creature?
Yep. You turn and see it, Bosner, and you remember this is a creature that you saved Yantha from being eaten by. The Durgar had a pet one of these, and Yantha was dangled above it as
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like snapping.
It was called something. Hang on the now. Oh, it doesn't say what it is. Okay.
Notes from a year ago.
Well,
Yeah,
that means
I
everyone
can't.
got some
It steps forward.
I say, well, or something that looks like a rock that wants food, and I like take one of the behir teeth I took,
Fair enough.
and I like chuck it like in front of it and see what it does.
You chuck a tooth at it, trying to feed it.
Yeah.
Okay, you throw it, and it snatches at it, but you get the feeling it's not exactly sustenance, and then it leans over and spits it back out, and then it starts erratically going.
And that means
Kill it.
And then you
I
just
throw it. Hang on, wait a minute. I throw it. A pygmy wart mushroom.
oh no.
Okay, make a cause it's directly trying to avoid it, so I'll say make a
I
dexterity.
kind of throw it. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, I'll say just make a dexterity check, and then I'll contest it, because it doesn't seem like it wants to eat anything from you anymore because of that tooth.
Who the fuck threw the tooth?
Oh.
Oh, God.
I'll just do our d20 and see what I get. I crit fail, I shit you not. Okay, so you throw it, and it tries to avoid it, and then it just somehow swish, nothing but net, and the pygmy wart goes in, and it's like trying to spit it out, and it makes like a noise like like screams, and as it's doing so, it's shrinking and
What
getting
does that
higher.
translate to?
It's getting higher and higher pitch. It's like, and then all of a sudden you feel like a strange air about you, and then
Is it anything invisible or a ghost?
nope, it's
Because
not.
I would see.
I know, and I'll have you know I changed your dark vision range, by the way.
I see ghosts too, not just
Do
invisible
you see
people.
dead people?
Yeah, from ethereal plane.
Haley Joel Osment, guys.
But out of the sides, you guys are suddenly struck by something materializing out of the side of the walls. And I
Yeah.
will have you roll initiative when I bring you in. Boop.
Where am I? Here I am.
It's fucking tiny.
Yeah, you pygmy warried it.
I can't even see it.
That is great.
Yeah.
It won't let me click car. What the
This is
fuck?
some baller formation we've got going on. Absolute unit.
Yikes.
I can't pick my fucking token. What is this?
Oh, the table is not there.
Yeah, sorry. Now it is.
Oh my goodness.
Shit. Did I delete it from last time? Alright, I need to change it manually. Bosner got a 21. Read me off your initiatives.
16.
15.
9.12.
I have 10, Jordan.
No, it was a 7.
What did Kriv get?
No, I get advantage on.
Kriv got 13.
13.
So Kriv's there.
What did Atara get?
Kriv's already in.
9.12.
Oh wait, you guys have put your shit in, but oh my god, there's 2 of you.
What?
No, there's
On my
2.
table, everything is right. Except
Yes,
for Gar.
Oh, it's because
Gar's not.
I never
Yeah,
I never
okay.
cleared it previously.
I can't click my tokens, so.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them.
Yeah, just what I was thinking. Kriv got 13. Isha, did you get 15 or 12?
Why did you delete Boston?
15.
Why did you delete? What you doing?
I can see Bosner, Garv, Ebkis, 2 Ebkises. Both.
Oh no.
Did you get 16.12 or 16?
Fuck, I got 16.12.
Alright, cool. Delete that one. Isha, you got 15.2, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Kriv got 13.
Yep,
There
he's
we go.
not in it.
He is for me.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Alright, everyone's in. Besides the enemy.
Mine's is
Besides my bird.
It's the
I
enemy.
can't select my token.
Oh, your bird. I forgot. I mean, I just assume that your bird's on your person unless you say otherwise.
What if I want to move it?
And you can move it, sir. From your
Well, yeah.
position.
As soon as I have the token, I can move it.
Okay. You should have a token. I made you one.
I hope I'm in your turn order, Jordan.
Yeah, you're 17, right?
No,
What are
I'm
you?
10.
10.
I'm 10.
Okay. You're 10. Appreciate the honesty. Everyone's in the turn order for me. Bosner, Ebkis, Isha, Garv, Kriv, Adara. Not missing anyone?
I don't see Garv, but it's fine.
Okay.
If it's good for you, it's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I-
tell you.
those-
I'll tell you when it's your turn, Garv. You're
That's fine.
after Kriv and before Adara.
Yeah.
Okay. Bosner, you're first in the turn order. Oops. There's also this one. One pops up from the ground. Oh wait, sorry. They get a surprise round. So the ones that are in melee, they get a round of attacks. So
Yay.
Adara, you get attacked.
On me as well.
Zorn makes 3 claw attacks and 1 bite attack.
Mm.
Feral instinct. I don't know how that'll work, Jordan.
You have advantage on your initiative rolls. You aren't incapacitated. You can act normally on your first turn. Only if you only if you enter your rage before doing anything else on that turn. Okay, so that means you can act on the surprise round after these guys go, but only if you rage first, which I'm assuming you would do anyway.
I'm very annoyed. This little thing just spat out my gift.
Yeah. Oh, this thing's wrong. It does 3 bites and 1 claw instead of the other way around. I'm gonna have to do it manually. Claw, 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 bite.
Okay, so what's the damage?
Miss, miss, hit, miss. So it hits you for 8 slashing.
Okay.
Ebkiss.
Hello there.
Claw, claw, okay. What's your AC?
In Memento, that would be 14.
So you take 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I crit you. 16, 22. 22 points of damage, slashing.
Is it all slashing?
Yep.
Ah, 11 slashing.
Damn. Nice.
Fiendish resistance.
Claw, 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 bite. On Isha. What's your
19,
AC? 19. Okay, so you take 5 points of slashing. Kriv takes. What's his AC?
18? Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, 18, yeah.
Okay, this one like pops out of nowhere, out of the ground, and starts slashing and biting at him, and Kriv manages to deflect all of them.
He's a god.
Meanwhile, this one's gonna run up to you, Garv. The little one. It's like, and then it's tries to claw and bite your ankles.
15
Uh,
reply.
hits you once for 8 slashing.
Oh, that's
Oh,
enough to send me over the edge.
Yeah, it just like you juke its bite, and its 2 claws come at you, and you peel your legs out the way. But the third one, surprise attack from behind, just catches the inside of your thigh.
Ah, my arteries.
It's
Yeah.
a slow Earth character, but if you don't pun it, I swear to God, like, you just give it the big
When
boot.
I eat it.
The one that hit you, Ipkiss,
Hello.
by the way, these appear to meld with the wall almost completely. The one next to you glides back into the wall, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Pog. Do I get a chance to do a bonus action, or do I have to use my quarter staff?
Has to be an action.
Has to be a
Has to be a melee attack.
melee attack. Yeah,
Okay,
unless you've got
okay.
Warcaster.
One hand the quarter staff then.
Alright, go for it.
Yeet.
That's a miss.
Understandable.
Yeah. This one runs over to attack Isha. Forgot to do this one. Claw bite. Crit for 12. And then, oh my god! Whew! Luckily the bites have been missing everyone so far, but the bite hits you, Isha. So on top of that 12, you take another 18 piercing.
Ooh.
Numbers, math. Okay.
So 30 altogether. And then the one that initially attacked you, which you deflect most of the hits, glides back into the wall, so you get an attack of opportunity if you want.
Yikes. Well, I think I did the right one.
They seem to drift into the wall almost as if it was water, like no resistance. They aren't even making drill holes or anything. That hits, yeah, so 21 points of damage. Okay, 21. Magic weapons, everyone. This one's gonna glide into the ground. Atara, you get an attack of opportunity at it.
Yeah. Can I use a cantrip?
Nah, it has to be a melee weapon you have on you.
Well, technically,
She wants to use Shillian.
Thorn Whip.
Wait, I don't even. Do you
Yes.
even get attacks of opportunity on surprise rounds? I don't even know.
Okay, then I'll just whack it with my quarter
I
staff.
mean, we're
That's
kind of way out
200.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
The surprise is gone.
You give it a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
The others
Fair enough.
appear to be snapping at you and remain where they are. Bosnia, you're. No, Garv, sorry. You get to act on the surprise round if you rage.
I am so angry he nicked my leg. I was hit by such a minuscule thing. I'm really angry, and I'm going to whack it with a reckless attack. With my
Okay.
giant slayer axe. Two-handed.
Sure.
So that is
What's the
Yeah,
rage last 60 seconds, right?
yeah. So 10
Okay.
rounds. So it takes 16 damage because my plus from my rage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna hit it again.
16 damage from. Is this the giant axe?
Yeah, the
Okay.
two-handed. Yeah.
Yep, so, yep, it slashes into its thick, stony hide. Breaking away some of the. Yep, 23 hits.
So 10.
It does 10
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, extra. I only get one extra attack.
Is that you?
That'll be me. I like give it just a wee fucking kick.
Yep.
Just to
And
see if
it,
it's
start,
still
it tries to
alive.
it tries to bite your foot. It tries to chomp on it. Like,
I'm like, "Arrgh."
okay, Bosner, top of the round, top of the turn order. You're up.
Finally. Your old favourite. We have 4th level Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Oh god, that was the lowest damage I could ever be. shit. Oh, Jesus. 1, 4, 2, and a 1. And that's it.
Okay.
Just anger.
So 8 damage on a failed wisdom save at the start of their turn, right?
Yeah.
Yep. If they start their turn in it, or if they move into it on their turn.
Yeah, hang on.
Got
I'm gonna
it.
I'll put the thing up in a second.
Will that be it for you?
Yeah.
Oh. For our viewers, I forgot to switch. Anyway, these guys get another turn, so they get to take the wisdom save.
Yay.
Alright.
Take a whole fucking 8.
1,
Jesus
2,
Christ, that's
3,
tough.
4, 5. Oh, they're all in range, even though they're gliding. DC 17, wisdom, fail, 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 pass. The little guy passed,
Yay.
so they all take
He only takes 4.
Yep. 8. It's a lot of damage though, altogether. Adds up.
Yeah, it should have been twice that, at least. 4d8 and I fucking get 8.
Oops, 4 damage, and oops, GM layers this layer, minus 8. Alright, these boys' turn. You feel from directly under you, Atara,
Oh yeah.
the pincers and biting coming up. Meanwhile, the rest of you, this one pops out to take a shot at you again, Epicus. And then, whoops, that was a mistake. Don't know if you even saw that. 15, 20. Yep, this one pops up from the ground to attack you balls now. Meanwhile, the rest attack who they're engaged with. So we'll do this one first. Claw bite on Atara. What's your AC?
15.
Oh, miss, hit. You take 18 points of damage from its bite. Oh, wait, sorry, it gets 3 claws. Bite. Oh, so make that 26
Yeah,
altogether.
I'm so happy.
One of the claws catches your ankle, and then with that, the other 2 miss, but then it bites onto your calf. But then it does try to retreat back into the ground if you want to hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, give it a shot.
I take my quarterstaff, two-handed, and I'll walk it.
That's a hit. 19 hits. 4 or 5. So it's 3.
7. Two-handed. No?
No, that's a crit.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's counting. So it's 3. Yeah, you whack it.
Minus the strength.
Alright,
5 plus minus 2 for it.
Garv, what's your AC, bud?
15.
You take.
Also, advantage just because of reckless.
Alright, oh right. 15. Okay. Oh boy, that's pretty bad for you. The bite's gonna hit you because of that. So you take 4, 8, 9, 10, 12. You take 27 points of damage, both piercing and slashing, so halved. So 26, so 13 points.
Nothing.
Claw bite on Epicus. Sorry, claw bite. Your AC is 15, right?
14.
Oh, yikes. 18,
That's an
17,
oh dear moment right there.
17 points of damage. As it
Is that
starts-
already with resistance?
Oh
or
no,
is that
that's
just-
that's before resistance.
Alright.
And then it glides back into the stone, so you get to whack it.
Oh boy. Let me just give it that bat. Bat. Oh yeah.
Damn, 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit, guys.
You've met your
What a
match,
stats.
Rock Dogs. This one hits Bosner, but what's your AC, Bosner?
18 as well.
Oh, 18, I thought it was higher. Well, only the bite
was.
hits you for 13 points of piercing damage.
No problem.
Make a con save.
Is it against poison?
No, it's to concentration check.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
You have the time of concentration on you. That's a fail.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You drop Spirit Guardians.
Sure.
This is gonna claw, bite Isha. What's your AC, Isha?
19.
Miss. Hits you altogether for 16 points of damage. And remains where it is, doesn't glide into the earth. Yeah. Okay, Kriv's turn to get shreked. Miss. He gets dealt 26 points of damage as he gets the old chomp in a claw. And then it's gonna glide into the earth, so he gets an attack of opportunity.
Straight up attack. Why has Kriv got 3 Warhammers?
I don't know, man.
Why, if you
Oh no,
Reach
wait,
out.
sorry, that's Warhammer attacks. Did I roll? No. Why isn't it rolling? You can just roll, bastards. Right, got it.
Does not hit. It's Ipkis's turn.
Woo!
Right. This may be the fine pickle. Right, I'm going to sheath my quarterstaff, and I'm going to wield Dawnbringer and turn it on.
Okay. And then you hear the Dawnbringer voice saying, "Evil will be felled on this day."
Also, question.
Yep.
Can Dawnbringer be two-handed?
It's a longsword, so I'm sure it can.
Excellent. So I'm going to swing at the boy right in front of me.
Yep.
Please, Lord. Oh my goodness, a hit.
Yep, that definitely is.
They're not undead, so
Yeah, 9 slashing. That's, yeah. You come down and you carve a big scar into its rocky form. Anything else?
no, that's fine.
Isha, your turn.
Yikers. Is that engaged with enemies?
That is. Well, no, it's
Okay.
not. It's engaged with Bosner.
Oh. That makes more sense.
And also,
I'll-
it's hard to flank them because they're tripedal and they have basically like 360 everything.
No school.
Yeah.
Great.
You can't
Keep
get.
me on Rust.
You probably can't get flanking bonus on these creatures.
Okay. I'll use my bonus to second win.
Right? Oof. Second hand win this early. Damn, 19. What? How's that balanced?
Come at me.
I can only use it once.
Yeah.
Boner faction, right?
Yeah, that was bonus. Still got my shield on.
Wait a minute. Sorry, wait a second. I just realised. Kriv never got a shot last turn.
Yeah, because it was a surprise round. This is the first
This is
round.
the actual first round.
Ah, right. What's the actual? Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Crib's
Fine.
next after
Crib's
Isha.
next. That's fine.
I
Right.
like how you just noticed Kriv and not you.
No, it was because he got a reaction, but not a. That's fine.
Might as well go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
And that one bit of me, I think, so that one is gonna die first.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Nope.
You call it.
One of its claws, like, grabs the rapier mid-strike, and then starts like gnawing on it a little bit on the blade, and then spits it out and like in disgust and throws it back to you.
Oh, you fuck. Can't believe you done this. That's 15
And
hit.
they're all just going like.
What am I hearing? Or is it just big food again?
Yeah, they're mostly just like bad, nom nom nom.
15, sir.
15 doesn't hit. You basically skiff one of the rocky hides of it.
You fucking kidding me?
Nope.
You use your actions.
How many,
Hey!
Hey.
That
oh,
hits.
for fuck's sake.
Action surge is gonna bring it back.
Is it the one to the left you're hitting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
No.
8. So 21. Okay.
Action surge is making work. Let's go.
Oh yeah, because you get 3 pair of...
19.
Actually.
Yep. You're hearing that one now. Edgar's going, ouchie, ouchie. Ah, la, la.
Ah, fuck.
When the food fight back.
Ah, fuck, can't believe you've done this. 21 hits. 23.
That's 3 13s.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll roll really shit in your 20s with then rolled fucking 8s. and
Yeah,
eights
you
and
just
eights.
triple. Like,
Action surge saved it.
those last 3 attacks just fucking pierce through its thick hide. You even get it once in the mouth. It starts bleeding profusely.
Yikes.
And it's like, "Rah!" And then you just hear Evgiz going, no food, run away.
Abort. That is me because I used my bonus.
Alright. Crib's turn.
It's
Why is
Rage's
it-
turn.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Right. It's the rage machine.
Crib then Rage.
Right. He's going to move up one and he's going to attack the one on the left first off.
Okay. That does not
Nice,
hit.
Prince.
Ah,
It comes down and bing, just misses at the last moment. The claws deflect the hammer.
okay.
It's in
And he's gonna-
desperation. It's like, ah!
And then he's going to use Commanding Strike and forgo his second attack. And do stabby again.
Oh, you want me to stabby?
Yeah, you stabby.
Is there one on the left?
Yes.
Guess it
And
doesn't matter.
Kriv
And
gets
he
to
gets
add a
that.
d8 to it.
To the damage roll.
Does
Okay.
that use my reaction? Or is it just...
Yes.
Alright,
Yep.
okay.
Hits.
There you go. What's the die on your...
Doesn't
Plus one
matter.
d8.
You just like
Ah.
Kriv just goes like, fucking hit the thing! And then you just like stab down its mouth and poke through the other side and reel it back and it flops to the ground.
No, Kriv would have probably just said, fuck, I can't believe it, not again. All the fucking time.
Every fucking time. Can't even walk the streets with you cunts.
True.
Notice the debris though. This is a ghetto.
Great. So it is, look at that.
Yep.
Nice, well lit ghetto.
It's all the fungus and the fire beetles keep it lit. Anything else
Split
from Kriv?
No, that's it.
Garv's turn.
Garv's recklessly going to hit this thing again.
Oh no.
Go for it.
So
The little
he
guy.
actually fucking hits it.
Hit.
Yeah,
Hey.
That's a hit.
this is still two-handed, so
Yep.
14,
Okay. 14.
19.
That's a hit.
And 8.
8 damage.
I think that's all I can do right now.
You have the symbol of being reckless. Is that you?
Yeah.
Atara, your turn.
Akashi Lele.
Okay. Your quarterstaff is imbued
Transaction.
with nature.
And you said I felt something under me?
Yeah, well, it attacked you from below. It appeared, then your reaction hit it, and then it sunk back into the stone.
Okay, then I'm going to fly up
Yep, pretty smart idea.
over Bosnia.
Yep.
On top of
The-
the other thing.
Well, you can't go
Trying to
above
get-
Bosner because the caverns aren't that tall, because they're for gnomes. They're like,
Can I get to this one?
You can go here.
you can go up a tile, but the Garv sometimes struggles to stand in some of these tunnels. You can float like a couple feet off the ground though.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright.
And
that'll
I
help.
want to attack the thing.
Sure, go ahead.
So is D20 plus 8. Yes.
Wait, you just rolled 20 plus 8.
Yeah, because
Wait,
because
what?
with
No, you
Shillelagh.
You didn't put
Wait, you didn't roll a
D20.
d20 plus 8, you just rolled 20 plus 8.
Oh,
Fucking cheater. Wait,
Natural
I crit,
crit.
by
the
the way.
GM
Oh,
sees
that's
all.
sly.
that's okay.
Look at that, a 28, guys. 14
So,
You missed.
six, uh,
It's 14.
okay.
One of his
well,
claws
that-
starts grabbing on Shillelagh and
Mm.
like wrestling it. You have to wrestle it back.
Oh god. Is it dexterity?
It looks like it was about to chomp on it. It was like, ang, ang, ang.
No! It's magical.
You managed to get
It's
it
a
free
magical
though.
weapon.
Anything else?
No, that's me.
Okay, Bosner, you're up.
Bosner's starting to look a bit pissed off.
Are you going to rage?
Yeah, maybe. I was just going to smash this one. Or try to. With the Psychic Warhammer.
Do it. Hit.
Sweet. See if this works. Hey, look at that.
17 damage. Got it.
17 damage.
Yep, you bash its face. If you can call it that.
And a nice wee bonus action. The healing word Isha, just at level 1.
Hey.
So you get plus 4 to that. So you get 5 healths. 5 HPs.
By the light.
Is that you, Bosner?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This thing is looking pretty beat up, and it's like you hear it. It gets because you cast coordinated languages. It's like, no food, no shinies, blah, 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 blah. Run, and its claws out at you. And it looks like it's reaching for your pouches. Claw, 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 bite. Ooh, double crit. Oh, yikes.
Spirit shield.
Okay.
Crit on who?
Me.
Use spirit shield. Show me in chat what that does.
It just
it
reaches
back
six,
up.
so
Oh,
it's a bit down.
that just reduces
Reduces
damage.
damage, yeah.
Okay. So you
I think it uses his reaction.
yeah. So you reduce the first attack it would take from 7 to 0. And then you take 9 plus 4, 13. 13 points of damage, and it's slashing, so it's halved.
Wow. So I'll take 7.
Yep.
Also, since he's hit me, I've
Wait, is
pissed
it not?
off.
It's rounded down.
It's round down 6.
Six.
You always round down.
Wow.
And he's gonna try and retreat, so you can all take swipes at him, except Garth.
Well, no. First of all, since
Okay.
he's fucking hit me, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay, yeah, you do that.
And I'm pretty sure, did they say I can only cast it level 2? since it's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because it's an
That-
innate ability. It doesn't cost your Warlock spell slot, but it does cost your
Yeah.
once a day spell slot of,
That's a bummer. Oh well.
yeah.
God, that's depressing.
Dex save. Boom. It makes a 17, so it doesn't save. but it
So it
takes
takes 7 damage.
7 points of fire damage, which I hope it's not immune to.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's
Uh,
resistant. Maybe immune, but
7. Okay. Yeah, you, as it claws out at you, it misses the pouch and catches like your leg, your hip area, and you just instantly, your eyes flare up with red, hot heat, magical heat, and you blast it back. As it sinks into the ground, you can all make it. All of you can make attacks of opportunity at it if you want.
I'll use my reaction.
Oh, you use your reaction, true. And I think Kriv used his too.
oh, I just used my
No.
reaction.
No.
I do.
Kriv didn't.
Okay.
Kriv used his second attack, so
Those of you who haven't used your reaction may use it now.
yeah.
Yes, this time.
Oh my god, he actually got 20.
Holy
Yep.
crap, that's a hit.
Shillelagh hits, and so does Bosmer.
Oh,
Let me see how much is the damage.
This is gonna take a 20 plus 8
That's
again.
that's not Bosner, that's Kriv first off. This is Bosner.
Weapon damage
This
is
when that like is a critical fail.
a D8.
This one's Bosner.
Yeah. 1d8. Oh, fuck off! Come on!
Yeah, it's just like,
That's 2.
it starts, like, you blast it away, and it's just like, run away, no
So
food,
16,
no shinies, and then,
16 for the psychic damage and 9 from Kriv.
yeah, you guys, in a concerted effort, Adara bashes it on its way down, it's still not finished, then Bosner, you and Kriv, both at the same time, come down like a whack-a-mole, and just crush it before it completely submerges and it dies.
Hey,
Very sad.
However,
we got food now.
it's the other one's turn.
It's the small one's turn.
Yeah, it's still there.
This one Earth glides out here.
Oh no, from behind!
This one, half of his
Nanny.
body is still in, and they're all still like. The one next to you, Garv, Epkis, you hear it, and it says, "There's no food," and then it darts over towards you, Epkis. Claw, 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 bite. That's a lot of That's a lot of damage. Your AC's 14, right?
yes.
8, 9, 10, 12, 22, 6, 7, 8, 28 points of damage.
Half?
14 of that's piercing, so
Okay, so
14 of that is halved. So 7 plus 14,
21.
yeah, 21 altogether. And the other one, it pops out. Here's this one who's saying this one food, and this one's like, "Give me food!" And then it bite, claw, claw, claw. Oh boy, they all hit. 20, 30 points of damage, but 8. So 18 of that, half to 9, 10, 11, so 21 altogether.
Whew, I am on 4 HP.
Yep,
Oh.
they too. And this one, the little one attempts to glide into the ground. So Garv, if you have used your reaction, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Epkis, so have you. So this little
Everyone
one
has, yeah.
glides into the ground and just says, "Shinies and run!" And the other one attempts to glide away from you, Epkis. But you can't hit it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then this one attacks Kriv. Claw, 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 bite. Claw, claw, claw. Kriv's AC's 18, so 8 points of slashing.
8 slashing.
Epkis, you're up, but oh wait, then he retreats. Pew.
Well, this is a fine pickle. What can I do? I guess I'll fucking... Right. I'm gonna move...
Just hold an action.
Yeah, I'm gonna move here and hold Eldritch Blast.
Just the first thing you see.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Oh, the first one of those I see.
Cool.
I'm not gonna blast some random thing.
Yeah, obviously. Got it. Isha, your turn.
What? There's no one left. What way did we come from? Left or right?
You came from the right, sorry.
Okay. I'll just ready my action. Anything moves, I get stabbed.
Okay. Kriv?
He's gonna hold an action as well, but over here.
Okay, hold the attack action. Garv?
I'm gonna hold my attack action, and I guess Rachel will have to aim.
Oh shit. So
Oh,
it
no.
will. I didn't even think about that. Nice. I mean, not for you, but... Yeah, you hold your action and you're just like,
Well then.
there's nothing to hit. And then you feel like your adrenaline just settling.
Not.
Kind of looks at Dara like, do I do it?
Can you? Is it not like if you've not attacked anything by the start of your next turn, or are attacked by something?
Well, it didn't.
I didn't attack.
Nothing attacked you.
No, but you attacked something.
No.
Aha, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But a little...
If your turn ends, you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last.
Yeah.
But you did. You did attack with the action. Oh no, you use your action to do the spiritual thing. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay, damn. You hold a attack action to stand where you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell Adara, you stay in the air, small one. You are flesh dinner for them.
Thumbs up.
And then it comes to Adara's turn. What do you do?
I ready my action for anything that comes out.
What do you ready though?
My stuff.
Okay. Bosner?
Guess what he's gonna do?
What?
Destructive
action.
wave.
Spirit,
No, he's gonna
Spirit
ready. Hold
Plate shift.
destructive wave. Plane shift. I'm not that prepared.
It's gonna hold destructive wave.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll roll it just now.
Just for the when you first see an enemy.
Yep.
Creating a burst of divine energy. Very few must make a CC Constitution check. Take necrotic damage. Okay, got it.
I'm waiting until I see the most enemies. So if that's like if two come up and
Well, I need a
Yeah, I'll wait
specific
till I see-
number.
I'll see two. I'll wait until I see two. How's
Okay.
that? Alright.
Sure. Ipkiss, you hear like a rumbling below your feet.
Oh boy.
Nothing occurs though. Okay. One pops up next to Adara.
Yep.
Ooh.
You readied your action, so take a whack.
Could I whack that one as well, since it's next to me as well?
Yep. You can.
Hey.
And then the
That's
other one
whack.
appears next to Kriv, so you can roll your thunder wave damage.
Everything happened.
Oh, come on!
If only I had rage.
That's hate me.
Damn, 14
So that's-
misses.
Thunder waves.
1 damage. Yeah, go ahead and roll
5d6.
thunder wave.
First one's radiant. Boom. Fucking hell. Second one is thunder
Thunder.
damage.
Con save.
Holy shit. Some fucking damage that is.
How much? How much damage is it total?
53.
And what's the DC con save?
17.
Okay, they both pass.
So they take 26 each.
26. 26.
Kriv's gonna smack this one as well.
Yep, go ahead.
He's like, my chances now.
He gets 2 attacks, yeah?
No, reaction, readied action's only one
No,
attack.
because an attack action is 2 attacks. So if you ready an attack action, then you get to do your whole attack thing
Oh, yeah,
Two attacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, same with me, because Eldritch Blast has 3 beams. So already Eldritch Blast, I can use my 3 beams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abacus has done that before.
Ah,
Sure.
Alright, sure.
Sweet.
Oh,
Can't be
Well,
large
that'll-
enough. And also, Lipkiss, you would have let loose one of
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna-
Eldritch.
I'm gonna pew pew that one.
Go for it.
well, I'll roll another
Uno.
attack, Jordan,
Oh.
for the one that popped up
You
next
just-
to me. Thingy.
Wait, what's that,
Go
sorry?
Well, I'll roll another attack as well then, since I readied my attack action as well.
So, sorry,
Sure.
Kriv done 9 damage total to that one.
Okay.
Here we go, that hit this time. Oh!
Yep.
It is 10 damage.
10 damage.
This is the first damage for this one.
Yep.
From the first beam.
Eldritch Blast.
No
Yep.
push.
12. Go with it.
Next one. Hello there.
Oh my.
Oh, come on.
14.
Ooh.
Last one and a push. If it hits.
Oops.
You push part of it.
What the hell is this?
No
13.
question.
13. And you push it?
Yes.
Okay.
Push it more.
Well, I'll push it into you.
I still haven't attacked yet. My turn. This one's gonna... Adara, do you have any... Do you have... Okay, let me just read your thing.
Excuse me?
Let me just read something on your character sheet.
Do you have anything that you don't want to lose?
Well, it's stuff inside the bag of holding, so...
Goodbye, bag of holding.
It steals the bag of holding.
No!
Okay, that's fine.
Campaign over.
I didn't see what I was looking for. Okay. Did I already attack with this? No. Claw bite. Claw bite on Adara.
I'm flying, by the way.
Yep, 2 feet off the ground. These things are
Yeah.
like 3 feet tall.
That's not fair.
I mean, if it can reach you, if you were more than 5 feet off the ground, in fact, even then, it would have just occupied the space under you. Anyways, 16, 20.
Yeah.
You're down?
No, just...
22 plus 9, 31.
Okay, I'm down.
Alright, you're unconscious. You fall to the ground, and it looks like it's looking through your robes for something. For everyone else's
What?
sake. Yeah, it looks like it's looking for something on your person. You have the sleepy man of unconsciousness. Claw, bite on Kriv. Kriv doesn't have anything in particular on him. Wow, Kriv gets so lucky on these rolls. I hit him once for 16 points of piercing.
16.
Yep. And
Kriv needs to be lucky, to be honest.
yeah, and finally on you, Bosner, 1 hit for 7 points of slashing. And you hear Ipkiss, the one over at Adhara, calls out, "No food, no shiny rock, run!" And it starts running towards the wall. And this one starts to sink into the wall, and this one begins to run away into the wall. So if you get reaction attacks, make them now. Oh, you know you all use your reactions.
I didn't.
Ipkiss, your turn.
Wait a minute, hold it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Shit.
No.
Ready
Use
in action would be a reaction.
Oh, you readied your action, true. Right, go ahead and make reaction attacks.
What diggity that?
19
That
hits.
hits. A 19 hits.
Cool. So
11.
that one that ran away to the south gets 17 damage.
Alright, plus whatever Garv did.
11.
Okay, you kill it before it reaches the wall.
Sweet.
You guys just double team it from the side. Just the old spit roast.
Does Kriv's one run away?
Kriv's one, yeah, is about to dart into the wall right next to it, so he gets to make
Sure.
an attack. Hits. 12.
8 damage.
Oh, 8.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah, it's just two-handed. Yeah, whacks it on its way in, and it makes a terrible gargling noise. And the one next to you, Bosner, is about to sink into the wall. They all look hurt at this point, like bleeding. This weird brown blood. Do you want to reaction it?
No, I've already done that to the one on the
Okay.
south.
This one sinks into the wall then. And then this one sinks into the wall. And... Okay, we'll go for turn order, I guess. Ipkiss, what do you want to do?
Potion's bonus action, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm gonna use a greater healing. Nah, just a normal healing potion,
Okay.
which is, I forget. mean,
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Hooray.
Nice roll.
I want to commit not alive.
Yep.
I'm gonna ready my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Once motherfucking again.
Isha, what would you like to do?
What is there to do? There's a question.
You hear vague, like, whooshing noises in the stone to either side. It doesn't sound like crunching though, it's not like purple worms on a smaller scale. Because it seems like they pass through stone like water, essentially.
That goes.
And you want to do something with the owl.
Nah, because there's nothing to do now. But I'll whip there anyway, just to have it there.
Yeah.
I'll just go there and hold the action again
Okay.
to stab.
Kriv.
He's gonna just move away from the wall a wee bit and hold an action as well.
Garv.
I am like, Adara! And I like, can I try and stabilize her?
Sure, medicine check.
And I'm like, I told you to stay off the ground. I chew you are lying on it.
That is a... I forget if it stabilizes or if you just give her a pass.
Basically, I think it stabilizes. I can't remember.
To Reddit.
You decide.
I'm just gonna say you give her one save. It is an action though, that's fairly expensive. I'll say you stabilize her. Sure. Nah, on a... Alright, I've just made these rules up on the spot. On a 10 plus, you give a pip to death save. On a 15 plus, you stabilize. Sound fair?
Fair enough.
On a 1D killer.
Yeah, on a crit fail, you probably fail death save. But you've got a pip on your save. Adara, make a death save.
Crit pass, here you go. I believe in you, friend.
Yep,
Ooh,
2
so
pips on
close.
your save. Yeah, it's close to coming back. Bosner?
Thank you.
Where's that?
What was that?
Bosner, your turn.
Yeah. I thought I should say something.
Alright,
okay.
I thought you were
She
asking
said
me.
thank you.
Alright, okay, cool. Level 1 healing word.
Hey,
For Adhara. Hey!
you're stabilized on
Ah!
4 hit points.
8 health. 8 hit points.
You no
That's,
longer have the sleepy man of unconscious, but you do have the snail of prone.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold a sacred flame.
Okay. At this point, as you guys are holding your spells and your attacks being ready to attack, the vague sounds of swishing in the stone get fainter and fainter, and you hear right below you, Ibkas, one darting from your left to your right and making its way more northeast. And it seems like, for now, they've retreated without gaining any food. Feels bad, man.
I gave it a mushroom.
That's
Good.
it.
Mushrooms are gross. But, for all intents and purposes, you're out of combat. They appear to have been so winded they didn't want to fight anymore.
Looks like we scared them off.
Whoops, didn't mean to stop that.
I'm going to
So-
cast Beacon of Hope. And then shortly after, a 6th level Mass Cure Wounds. Because I don't have
Okay.
any 5th level left.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
You get 4d8, is it? So this is max. Yeah, so you get 24 healing points, everyone.
24.
That's 48. So it's 32 plus 4 your wisdom.
Thank you, boss nut.
Sorry, 48. Oh, yeah, right, 32. I can't add today. 32 plus wisdom, so. What's that, someone?
36.
36. Everyone gets 36.
This does plus your wisdom. 20. The 20 plus is your wisdom already. It says
No, which
rolling.
maxed
but-
out.
Beacon of Hope maxes out.
Yeah, but just for the plus your wisdom part, it already.
Sure.
Yeah. So, you guys are ready your actions, and then you hear the faint swimmings away of these creatures, and any spells that you were holding dissipate. Adara, you get back up on your feet, and nothing seems to happen. You're no longer under attack, and you manage to kill a few of these creatures.
I'll check on my owl if he's fine.
Sure. Yeah, the owl seems okay. It kind of kept away from the creature, but the creature didn't seem interested in your owl. It seemed to be going for, like, your pouches.
Can I check the one that I killed near that was trying to get away from it?
Sure. What do you want to look for?
Just
Shinies.
Shinies.
I mean, they don't wear clothes. They're, like, three-legged, three-clawed, walking
Got it.
mouths.
I bet they could have had a wee gemstone stuck in their teeth, Jordan.
Okay.
They've
I'll
got-
say.
they've got- they don't have dentists.
So what is it?
Sweet. Gold tooth.
So are you checking their mouths and stuff?
Yeah.
Like just checking their teeth?
Mm.
Okay. I'll say make a investigation check. You see, like having a close inspection, you see on their teeth, their teeth are rock solid. They're really stuck in there, and let me just check actually something. You see, like, coated around their teeth is various flakes, like, actually on their teeth. Very, very fine flakes, which glimmer and glisten in the light slightly.
Is it like on their teeth?
Yeah, that's just on their teeth. That's just, like, actually on their teeth.
I just
These fuckers have got shiny plaque.
Yeah, it's like almost like a grill.
Try and rip the teeth out.
God, this guy and his teeth. Sure. Make a... Are you trying to do it with precision or brute force?
Brute force.
Alright, so you don't care about the condition of it.
I mean, I'm Garv. I don't care about
Yeah,
anything apart
yeah.
from Bruce strength.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, that's a save. Not bad. Almost embarrassed myself in front of everybody.
You grab some of the teeth and begins tearing them out slowly. Although a lot of them are really embedded in there, you only manage to get. There's a couple of longer ones, which don't appear to have deeper roots, and you manage to get a couple of teeth out.
Rock people teeth, yay.
But they are. It is bone, it seems. Or some semblance of bone.
How many did you get?
Just a couple. Unless you want to sit there all day.
No, come on.
Can
God,
someone cut the head off one of these for me?
They don't have a head. They're literally
Can
like a
someone-
walking body with a mouth on
Oh.
it.
Okay. I take my hammer. I want to smash some teeth out.
Jeez. Okay.
I have a reason.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Shady.
Can it be an attack or just a strength check?
Just a strength check. Since you use strength on your weapon.
Oh god.
Mm.
I don't even know how to explain this. You're
Right, fuck
you're
up.
exhausted from the fight and you don't have the power to knock out any teeth.
Do
It's
you
quite-
want help, Bosna?
Shut up.
Bosner, hear yourself. Come on.
Can I try?
In before the nat 20.
Since I
Anyone
still have
else?
Shillelagh up, so technically my strength is my spell modifier with my weapon.
If you want to hit teeth out with your staff, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Rock versus wood. I've seen this film before.
Hey.
Ah. Wait a
Uh,
Where's a +8?
magic
Yeah.
weapon stuff.
I didn't get to make an attack.
That's true.
Still be a 1 though, so fuck it, doesn't matter.
It'd be what's your strength? Like -2 or some shit.
Yeah, but if I
You
use the
crit.
staff, with Shillelagh, instead of my strength modifier, I use my spell modifier.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. You managed to knock a tooth out.
Yay!
You start
give it a
you
go.
work on it for a bit. You're like whack it a few times and eventually a nice broken long fang gets knocked out of the mouth.
I'll give it to Bosna.
And you notice as you guys are smashing into the bodies, these little flakes do like emanate from its gaping maw into the air. Like the little flakes you noticed on the teeth, I guess, Garv.
These teeth might come in useful for selling some traders outside of city walls. And or crafting.
You're way too intelligent for a barbarian, mate.
I am an intelligent man, just uneducated. There is a difference.
Aye.
I know the ways of combat. I could not do math for you. That was Mithril's job and they tried. I whack things. Up.
Don't ask me how many things.
Hey.
Profession whack.
So
And then after like an awkward silence, I'm just like, pub.
Pub.
pints. Mad pints.
Just Garv ripping 2 teeth out. Pints!
So if you guys are done here with these creatures and their carcasses, you can continue.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
pull them to like, the side of the road. Don't leave them in the middle.
Yeah. Or you can bury them in the rubble if you really want. There's rubble
No,
all over the
fuck
place.
Fuck
Like we
that.
were never here.
Can we go sleep now?
Like,
Soon.
actually just sleep, or do you mean go for a long rest in the
Go
tavern?
for a long rest.
Both.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
both would be
obviously
fine.
you're not going to say, "Oh, let's go for a long rest." You go to sleep.
Yes, my fellow adventurers, let us go for a long rest in the tavern.
Yes, I need to regain my spell slots.
I can level up if I go to the tavern.
Yikes, this is getting out of hand.
I would like to tell the barkeep of our adventure here.
Okay, so you guys continue your little journey. It takes you the size of the place from where you were. You were about there, so it takes you like about an hour, less than an hour's journey, about 40 odd minutes, and you manage to make your way to the foaming mug, and you open the swinging doors, make your way in, and the man is there. I forgot his name already.
Tapu.
Tappy.
Yeah, old Tappy.
Tappy McTapface.
And he
Hey,
says,
Tappy.
Tappy
Hey,
foam
Tappy,
strap.
we've got a story for you.
yeah,
Tappy foam strap.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yep, Tappy foam strap. Got it before the GM. Good on you. Give you an inspiration for that.
Wow.
You're the GM now.
No memes. Actually, take an inspiration.
Holy shit.
So as you enter, yeah, Tappy's happy to see you, and he sort of twirls his mustache a bit, and he says, "Oh, there's the adventurers. How did your little chat with the Daggermatox go?"
It went great. We got to kill some fucking horrible things on the way back.
Oh, he says, "Oh, you didn't kill anyone, did you?"
No,
No, people.
Not people, no.
monsters, don't worry. Come on, we're not savagey.
Oh, more oozes?
No, like
weird.
rock things with mouths.
And 3 legs.
Yeah, and 3 hands.
Oh, the Zorn. Yeah,
Zorn.
those
Who
things
comes up with
are
these names?
those things are kicking around these days. They actually used to be domesticated pets, believe it or not, back in the day.
Yeah, the Duragar have them.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Is it? Well, I'm sure no one would have told you, but generally when they bother anyone around here, you just feed them a couple of rubies or something, and they'll leave you alone.
We just killed them.
Yeah, we
That's
didn't have
also
any.
that's also fair enough. He says, you know what, we're better off. Good on you.
I mean, we didn't have any rubies, so it happens.
And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I show him one of the teeth I pulled out. I'm like, look at the tooth. Can you see the fine dust on it? Surely something valuable.
He actually takes it and he has like a little magnifying glass on his bar and he has a look. He says, "Oh yeah, I mean, it's a tooth, and might I add, crudely smashed. But yeah, if you notice here, and he like brings you around the bar and hands you the magnifying glass scarf, and he like focuses it in on the tooth. He says, "See those flakes?" And you see like there's a couple of flakes and stuff. He says, "Those will be from a variety of gems that these things munch on. It looks like there's a bit of emerald and sapphire in there. And these things have a strange diet, to say the least. An expensive diet, let's say. Not
They-
exact. Hence why we don't keep them around here right now. We're not exactly in a position to be feeding rock dogs gems that we could be
they
using for
die
trade.
like bees.
Well, to them, precious gems are just gems, really. Like, really, who puts value on these rare rocks? It's not really something that creatures like this would value other than for food.
Yeah, from what I can understand, they were just wanting them for food.
That is the course of nature to survive.
You know, congrats on taking them out. They do usually in the wild come in packs, so I'm sure there was a few.
Mm-hmm.
And I counted into it 6 or so.
What? That many?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is that a lot?
Kind of.
Only 2 live to tell the tale.
It's that close to civilization, that's a fair bit.
Unfortunately, 2 got away, but oh well.
So,
We're here.
so anyway, friends, what's on the adventure and agenda now that you've spoken to the big boss in charge?
To go to bed.
Sleep.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to bother you if you're tired. Here's your keys. And hands you goes around. He pulls out like this ring with all the keys on it and starts handing you all individual keys with numbers on it. And he says,
Thank you, Tom.
"You'll find them down the hall there, and that stranger you were talking to earlier, he hasn't come out yet. So I'm sure he's resting up. So maybe try and keep the noise down a bit."
Sure.
Great, appreciate it. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, a beer for before we go to bed. I think it's gonna be fine.
The old nightcap.
Oh, nightcap. Is
Pour me some warm milk to make me fall asleep a bit better.
Yeah, I think I'll just go to my room.
He says,
As will
tell you what about, like, fair, he kind of acknowledges you guys going straight to bed, but then he turns to Isha, he's like, I've been testing something out since you were in. I've had this idea before, but I never really had the clientele for it. And he says, tell me what you think. Will you try it out? No charge. It is milk related.
How is it related to milk?
He says, you'll see,
Cheese.
you'll see. And
Vaguely, I guess.
he starts making a drink, almost like he gets like a cocktail shaker thing out, and starts like, he puts the milk in and he puts something in that you can't really, you're not sure it's under the bark type deal. He starts shaking it around and stuff, and then you
Can I
see.
insight check this?
Go ahead. What are you insight checking for?
Is it trying to kill me?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like if he has ill intent.
Yeah.
You don't sense any ill intent. He actually seems to genuinely like you guys, even though he thinks you're a bit odd, clearly. For an adventuring party, you're not like the typical, like, heroes, quote unquote. So you kind of like dashed his expectations a bit there, but also he hardly really had expectations considering that he never sees adventurers very often. So he starts making this thing, and he pours it into a mug. Whilst after he's poured you an ale, Bosner, and he pours it in, and it is a bit foamy, but it's the same. It looks like he put some kind of ice in it, so it's almost like a slush type deal.
Oh, slushy.
And he
Ice
pours it,
slushy.
and he hands it over to you, and it does have like that greyish rough milk look to it, but there's a bit of foam and there's a slushy texture underneath the foam. And he hands it. He says, "Give that a bash."
I'll give it a bash only because it's a slushy.
Alright, you start drinking it, and it is kind of like a slushy and a milkshake, except in
With foam.
lieu of like strawberry or chocolate, it's like a weird earthy taste, but it is also a bit sweet. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. You're probably into it. It's mostly milk.
I like it.
It's mostly a milky taste.
I'll give that 2 thumbs up, my good sir.
He says, "You think people will like it?"
I will definitely come back in the morning.
He says, "Tell you
Quote, unquote.
what, since you were the inspiration, what should I call it?"
Oh,
Oh no.
Tango Ice
Yeah.
Blast.
The dark and stormy.
No, I think it'll be quite the opposite.
the
Bright and
ditch and
fluffy.
dip. Just call it the ditch and dip.
Oh,
Ditch
never
and
mind.
dip.
The
Huck
what?
it and chuck it.
What the fuck is a ditch and dip? Did you just make that shit up?
It's a double D. You can ask for a double D.
Okay, you explain that to him, and he's like, "Ditch and dip," and you're like, "Oh, call it double D," and he's like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, sure." He says, "Yeah."
TM.
He's like, "Spread the word about your drink."
I will ask people if they want some double Ds, for sure.
Sounds good, friend.
Or a D&D.
Oh, he said it.
Damn.
Name drop.
Credits roll. Yeah! Shades out of nowhere.
CSI on the dark.
God, all these investigator and police department memes.
Not doing a
Jesus.
good job.
Peace department.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys have your wee drink and stuff. Half of you, a couple of you, go to your rooms. Do the rest of you eventually, or do you stay up and do anything? Uh,
I'm gonna have a drink
You
with the
ass-
rest. Or
yeah.
stop drinking.
yeah. Make
After that, I
a.
just gonna go to bed.
Okay. Those of you who've stayed up, make a charisma check.
Saving throw or check?
No, just a check. Just a check.
See how personal we are.
Have a
Yeah.
double D.
God.
Oh, no.
Not fucking
not
very.
Oh no.
Okay.
Boss, I got drunk.
No, it's not a con save.
No.
Also gets in an argument.
I mean,
There's no other clientele.
It's an argument with himself.
okay, I'm gonna have a slushy.
We're arseholes with each other.
Yeah. The only other guest that you've seen in here is Grin. You get the feeling this is definitely more of like a for outsiders type deal. It's definitely accommodating to larger or I guess medium-sized folk. Isha, okay, you have like you have some good banter about your drink with the old Tappy, and yeah, despite your drownness, he seems to be like definitely treating you like any other person. Is it more than any other deep gnome has around here?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and you get the feeling these people don't like it's not set in stone. You don't feel like okay these people are gonna hate me no matter what. You feel like that you can maybe redeem your race a little with
You
acts
think
of
I can
kindness.
convert them?
Maybe. You maybe think so. There you've obviously noticed there's some religious folks around here, but you're not sure what deity they worship yet. But there's also always prospects to convert people to the moon god.
That's
Yeah, that might even be like a goal of Isha's. I don't know. Spread the good word.
spread the
But
word.
yeah, you feel like you're standing around here, if not already, could be improved. And yeah, then you guys have your drinks. I'll just say, just call it like, just call it a gold of someone
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it.
for the checks. I'll say in terms of mechanics. And you guys head to sleep for the night, and you get a long rest. You've all leveled up.
Pog.
Yes.
Those of you that have leveled up have
Yep.
leveled up.
Yep, true. Also,
I'll tap my
okay? Is
wisdom.
there anyone really close to leveling up?
Don't think so.
Like few thousand-ish. If not, then I won't give you your XP now. I'll give it like after your long
Pretty.
rest.
I think
oh yeah, 13,000. If you have this much spare,
No, you haven't
That'd be
earned
appreciated.
13,000 XP probably.
probably.
Nah.
Probably not.
We have just leveled
Yeah.
up, so we won't be for another
Yeah.
couple of months.
what's level 14?
300.
Level 14
yeah.
is
I
140.
should just
140, really?
19,000 away.
I'm at
My
132.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still far enough
Yeah,
away,
you
but-
probably won't get that for the session, so I won't give you it right now.
That's fine.
Although it's the end of the session, I may as well. But
my passive perception is 19 now.
okay,
Fucking hell.
those of you who've leveled up and you haven't added to your HP pool, some of you rolled last time, right?
Yeah, I rolled last time.
Yeah.
I've basically added everything, but I didn't really benefit from it this session anyway.
Okay.
I rolled a 10, so that's fine.
Okay.
It's cute.
Okay, so you guys wake in the morning and you all make a note of this somewhere. Have the well-rested buff.
Oh my goodness.
Because you have rested not in the middle of a cold, dank cave, and thanks to Adara's dream bubble, you aren't getting disadvantage every time you roll in the next day.
What's
For-
the well-rested buff exactly?
But the rested buff gives you advantage on your first skill check of the day. But you all sleep nicely in these cozy rooms. They're small, but accommodating to medium folk. There's a bed, there's a wardrobe and a desk, a bedside table.
I get my laptop out.
Yep.
Browse some memes.
Yep. You ask Tappy for the Wi-Fi password.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Tappy, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his Wi-Fi password is
That's
double D.
It's Tap. It's not Tappy.
Double D.
Yeah,
Tappy with a double D.
Tappy.
Tappy. He changed his Wi-Fi password to D&D for his drink.
I left my mark in this world. I'm happy.
But you've all woken in the morning, and eventually you collectively gather into the main area. What the hell do you call that? The bar area, I guess. And
The lounge.
Yeah, sure, the lounge. And Grin is sat there, and he's sort of tentatively eating and studying his tome. And you see Tappy's over, kind of accommodating him, and you can see Grin's it's still in his elf form, his moon elf form, very cold and sort of distant towards him, and just kind of like doesn't want to be bothered whilst he's studying the book. And whenever he comes over, he kind of like covers it with his arm and pushes it to the side, and like brings it back. But that's where we'll call it for the night.
Woo!
So, XP.
XP.
Maximum experience.
Okay, so let's see what milestones you guys have done today.
Killed some rocks.
Kill some rock.
Very true. Okay.
Dogged some people, killed some rocks.
Made a friend.
Okay, 2 plus
That's not good, guys. 2 XP. It's not gonna cut it.
yeah, 2 XP.
There's
What else did
4
you
or 5
guys
of them.
do? You in our Blingdenstone. Here we are. You didn't do that yet. You haven't done that yet. You haven't done that. You haven't done that. Alright. Also, what you did, speak with the Daggerman Talks and tell them about the demon stuff. And there's huge potential for XP in the next session. I guess I'll tell you that.
Ooh.
You have lots of options open to you. It's up to you guys what you're gonna tackle and what you're not gonna tackle.
Oh
So,
shit!
Gonna eat a Medusa.
depending on what you do tackle.
Eat a Medusa.
I want to fight the Medusa.
I have a plan. Would you like to hear my plan?
Oh,
Is it bad?
no. It's
The
not
man has
gonna
a plan.
work anyway.
You can say this and consider it like in the inn as you guys collect together in the morning.
Cool. I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna read this
For now, you guys
spell.
get 3,700 XP each.
3,700.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay,
Snip it.
14,000 to go.
But yeah, you guys have walked into a mess, and maybe you'll tidy it up, maybe not.
Okay, so I have a spell
Oh
called
god.
Freedom of Movement.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does it do?
For the duration, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. And what do you do? What the hell's that?
I can.
Somebody's drinking. Just calm your
Someone's-
tits.
Breaking some pencils or something in the microphone.
Someone's just done a fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin there.
Yeah. Anyway, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
Oh.
Prefer Medusa's petrifying gaze.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Well, try it out anyway.
It was worth a shot, dwarf.
I'm sure it does not paralyze